comedians of all time. I don't.
Louis C.K. is
Louis
the
C.K.?
business.
Yeah.
Tom Segura is dope. Who have we seen? We just caught Schultz. We just caught Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz. I would love
Andy
to see him
Schultz,
live
Andrew
too.
Schultz.
and fucking
Funny
You
guy.
saw
You
Bert
know,
Kreischer?
Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer was
The dude that takes his shirt off all the
Yeah.
time. Oh my.
Machine.
I gotta make sure I don't eat before I see his show. I
bro.
Yeah, that's a hairy dude. Maybe that's why Rob likes him so much. He got
Hey, man,
the same
he's-
body type.
He's a
role model.
He's a
The role
kindred.
model. When I grow up, I want to be a fat hairy dude.
Hey man,
Show.
I'm getting there.
If Bert can do it, you can do it, brother.
All right, there you go. Next thing you know, they're gonna give me my own damn travel show. I'm gonna have 3 kids with a hot 6 wife.
Wow. You
Hot
really?
sixth wife, he says.
He's got his goals up there.
There you
he
go.
is.
Yeah.
You gotta do it, man.
You're like, yeah, make sure you put a bar you can step over right there.
There's a lot to unpack there, and none of it's good. It's like a backpack left at the airport. It's not pulling anything good out of this thing. Oh, man. All right, guys. You know what it is. It's time for pod.
Time for the pod.
All right, man. It's hey. All right, man. Yo, welcome. Thank you for listening. Thank you for continuing to support us. You know what it is. We are 4 nerds.
One podcast.
Yeah, coming at you live on everything: Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, podcast,
Chain letter.
carrier pigeon,
Carrier pigeon.
smoke signals.
Send us a pizza.
Send us a
Send
pizza.
us a pizza.
A crackhead told me about your shit, man. So I hate on this.
on the CNN, bro, Crack News Network.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Say, we love
push
them
jokes,
boys
we
over
push
there.
weight, you know what it is. We push buttons. It's out here, man.
There you go.
It's out here, man. I am your big bro, the big homie, Izzy Takamono. That's IZZYTAKAMONO out here on everything you can find me on, including PSN, Final Fantasy 14. Send me some loot. To my immediate left, I have my man, my mellow.
D Truth Professional. D Truth _ music on everything. You know what it is.
Is
Oh, you almost got it. I didn't do it.
I saw that.
I
saw
set
that.
Up, I set up for the. I've been doing this blood thing, and I'm trying to stop it, and I don't know why
It's
I'm
compulsive.
doing
It's compulsive. All right, enough support in the socials, and we will take the Ancestry.com for Black people specifically. We will see if D Truth is Jamaican. Maybe it's just his roots.
It just comes out on the
nappy
pod. I really
roots.
don't know why that happens. I really don't.
All right, to my immediate right, I have my homie.
What's good? It's your boy, Rob the Noob. You can find me on all socials, Rob_the_noob. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Lemon Squeezy. All right, man. Once again, Lebanon Don is out making the world a better place. He took a position in Raccoon City. We tried to tell him that maybe it wasn't the best look. He was like, I've shot a gun once or twice. Let's figure it out. So
Yeah, we told him, it's like that intern program. It's got a really high turnover rate.
turnover rate, mortality rate. Yeah, as long as he comes back.
Tomato,
hopefully it works out.
potato,
Oh, man. All right. But in Lebanon Don's place, we have our homie out here from the Controversy paying us a visit, doing us an honor. What's up, dog? Introduce yourself.
What up, though? My name is Ian Elliott Carter. Add gunshots. Bang, 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 bang. What's up, though? I appreciate the welcome over here, man. I'm Ian Elliott Carter, like you said, from the Controversy. I loved your intro, Izzy, by the way. It sounded real Fergalicious. It was spelling things out. I love it.
You got to do it, man. You got to let people know. I don't want
TTY.
You're not going Iggy Azalea me. All right, my cheeks is real.
Things first. I'm the realist.
They're going to have a hard time not hearing that when you say that shit now. I just need you to know that.
So, number one, you can't ever come back. You have to leave immediately. He showed up and was like, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to roast him for the rest of the show.
Grand opening, grand closing. It is what it is.
Oh, man. Yeah, we got some fun shit to cover today, man. It's been an interesting weekend news.
Are we gonna? I want to hear more about Ian. Want to hear more about the controversy?
Yeah, talk to us about the show, man.
Okay,
give us a rundown.
So I've been podding for about 3 years, and I originally started the show as a social commentary show. We talked politics, racial issues, and all that. And then it got really divisive. I was like, it's not even fun anymore. Let's talk pop culture. And I just decided I wanted to talk comics. I wanted to talk movies, TVs, and of course, one of my passions, hip hop.
Hey,
That's why
right
I vibe
on.
with all three of you guys, man. You guys are definitely on my wavelength. It started off as the name, The Intellectual Controversy, and I slowly changed it to The Controversy. 2 reasons. One, it's easier to say. And another reason why when you say controversy, it sounds like a university. and we're trying to
Educate. Bring folks
educate,
together.
and also be entertaining at the same time.
Right, I see what you did there. I see what you did
Yeah.
there.
We're gonna have a Boondocks watch party when the new season drops.
Oh yes,
yeah.
we will. You guys are all invited.
Live
Real
reactions.
talk.
Yeah, let's do it.
Real talk.
The only white guy there. It'll be great.
We know other white people. We know other white people.
Exactly.
Sure.
Other whites.
I can tell you're definitely their favorite though.
Favorite token, you know.
Yeah, they keep me around for a good reason. It's,
Sure,
it's
man,
not just
for
for my
sure.
dashing good looks.
It's definitely for the police.
It is. That's why Noob always has to answer the door just in case.
So, Ron, you gotta-
evening,
did answer
officer.
the door
How
like
are
I
you?
You did answer the door, didn't you?
That's too
You
funny.
didn't call me before you got here, so
I
we
was
sent
like,
the white guy.
are we expecting somebody? Rob.
I'll handle that. I'll handle that.
Welcome
Welcome.
back.
All right,
Glad to
there
have
Thank
we
you
go.
guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
It's been a positive week for news, bro. We did Gasparilla last weekend.
We survived last weekend. You mean?
Survived.
Fuck you
Yarr.
mean?
Arriba.
Dude, that was the most ridiculous thing you were doing. All right, so that was the shit that D kept doing the entire time we were there. He's like, yeah, man, I'm a Latin pirate. And I was like, no.
Hey man, you gotta freak the regular R. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do nothing regular.
You even said that you're like, you think Spanish pirates rolled their R's? I said, no. What the fuck?
Oh man, do we think pirates are for real?
That would be some shit.
That's a possibly maybe.
We need to bring on a pirate expert. On
There
the
we
pod.
go.
You know there's
That
got to
needs
be
that.
one. In
I'm
Canada.
kind of an expert. I've seen all the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I
There we
remember
go.
him saying R like maybe once or twice, but it wasn't really a graduate thing. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was kind of like for shits and giggles. You're just like, and just like, wait, was that it right there? Like, I don't know, maybe
Do
it
you
was.
think R was like the N word for pirates?
Yo, what up, boys? Oh my god, dog. That'd be funny.
So shout out to all my R's in the building.
R, please.
Oh shit!
Y'all ain't
hang
gonna
on.
let me back at all.
No, this is positive stuff. This might have to be 5 nerds on podcast.
Hey,
We might have to change the handles, update the website. Shit.
If you'd have showed up with some food.
Oh shit. Okay, let's roll into it.
No, dog. Hey, man, so positive news. I don't know if anybody else is watching The Boys. I know the noob is into it. I know you read the comic, yeah?
I did. I read the source material, so I'm one of those.
One of those.
One of those
Look at
guys.
The specialness.
Yeah, you can just see it just radiating off me. You can just see the
funk.
smugness raising off.
So how is it? How accurate is it though?
I would say I would say like most things adapted from books.
Okay.
It's pretty close. They get the good stuff. There is like some other stuff that I could see like technically and visually that would be really hard to replicate. So I'm kind of rolling with it right now. I'm trying to see where season 2 takes us because so far it's going in a really positive direction. I like who they picked to play the actors.
Absolutely.
Butch, my favorite, obviously.
Fellow beardy dude.
Yeah,
more role models.
Yeah, there you go.
I read the comics too, and I thought it was pretty boogie, man. I think not only did they keep a lot of stuff true to form, which is pretty sick.
Yes.
But they like evolved the humor and shocking stuff for what is effectively 10, 15 years later, something like that.
Yeah.
Because then the boys come out in like 08.
Yeah, that was
Something like
that
that.
was like when we were still in school.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff was like super out of pocket offensive, and they edited that stuff while still maintaining like the integrity of what the show is about. So,
Yeah.
So
all I'm saying is when you can still add in like watching a dude get a fucking C4 fucking enema and just become fucking Jello, that's great.
Yeah.
it's fun
yeah,
stuff.
that was
Yeah,
crazy.
that was just trippy.
Yeah, as somebody who didn't read the source material, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Me too.
Unlike The Witcher, which I didn't have
Motherfucker.
much Witcher experience, and I'm like,
Okay.
yo, what the fuck is
All right,
going on
all
here?
right, all right,
But for somebody who, for somebody who had just got into it, just watched the show, that shit was dope.
No,
That shit
I
was dope as hell.
definitely agree, man. The dolphin scene though, I had to rewind that like 50 times. I was like, did they really just do this?
Dude,
this is insane.
It is like, oh man, and like good, like if you could own, like I don't know, like if you had the chance to just like peruse it in Barnes and Noble at any point in time, and I said Barnes and Noble, not Barnes and Nobles, you sons of bitches. There's no S.
Give us the bag. Barnes and Noble, give us the bag.
We
please.
would appreciate the bag if you would be so kind. We do purchase books from y'all, but yeah,
I don't.
like if you could just like picture, like, did you ever read Wanted?
I did not rewind it, but that is a very underrated movie.
Okay, so
is.
it's a very underrated movie.
Yeah.
The comic is so much better.
I heard.
So much better.
There's
Like-
one in that's the bullet joint.
Yeah,
yeah,
where he
yeah,
curves the
yeah,
bullet.
where he curves the bullet. Shit gets so like it's so
I would
much
love the
more.
sequel to that too.
Oh my god! You know, that's one thing I couldn't really understand is why they didn't do that because
I
the
feel like
story
the
just
movie
gets
was
way
more
crazy.
expensive than the money it made. Because think about Jolie.
Fat checking.
Check definitely.
It did,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
out, it
definitely.
did come at an awkward time. It was like, post The Matrix. So
Yeah.
they were always
Yeah.
doing the technical work with the
Yeah,
bullets
exactly.
and
Think
stuff.
about who all was in this: Angelina Jolie,
Common.
Morgan Freeman, Common.
Morgan Freeman had the best line. Kill this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yo, son, everyone on Earth stopped when. Did he say a curse word?
you're like I didn't know he could do that.
That's
I
how
thought
we
he
know
was-
the line was meant for Sam Jackson, but he was thinking of something. Yeah.
He's got. They flew in Sam Jackson for motherfucker training. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's not nearly motherfucker.
He's
No,
like,
you
all
gotta-
right, Morgan, say it with me now, motherfucker. And you're just like,
mother.
I don't know if I want to say this, Sam.
God doesn't usually curse like this.
Mother.
So budget 75 million, box office 341.
Oh man. Okay, well they made some loot. Well, that means they are
did.
really assholes.
Real talk,
All you
real
did was
talk.
confirm the dickishness.
You know what? I wonder if it might have been a licensing thing.
Possibly.
Maybe.
That's a
But
possibility.
like I said, I want to reiterate this again. Very underrated movie. I cannot reiterate that.
Definitely. I would tell anybody if you have a little bit of time to like roll back the clock a little bit and give it a watch, definitely.
Absolutely.
All day, definitely.
Another one like that would be like V for Vendetta. That one definitely
V
was
for
not
Vendetta's
comic
great.
book accurate, but it was still good.
You
I
know,
never read the V from that comic.
so you know
It's
what's
way
fun?
different.
It is
Yeah.
way different, but I will say this: still a very good film for not being completely on source.
Facts.
Still a very good film. Still had the same impact. Still had the level of drama the
Still
entire
holds up.
time. It was actually pretty like it was still very good in my
Amen.
opinion.
So I guess you can deviate from the source if it's good.
Yes.
So if you can somehow make the story just as dramatic or if not better, I'll let it ride.
Yeah.
I'll let it ride.
I think V for Vendetta is a perfect example of that.
it is a very good
Absolutely.
example. Yeah, and I would say the casting for that was amazing as well.
100%.
Perfect.
So when is One Boys season 2 coming out?
They haven't gotten a release date yet.
Yeah.
As of,
It-
as
they
of
just
a couple
said,
days
yes,
ago.
it's
But
happening.
Yeah.
Y'all
it's
saw the
definitely
trailer,
happening.
right?
It's coming out this year.
I didn't see the
You
trailer.
didn't see a trailer?
Yeah, the trailer's fire.
the
Oh,
same.
yeah.
Oh, did y'all see the extra clip from last season about the deep teaching CPR?
Yes, I did. It's insane.
Oh, I did not
We'll
see
post
that.
links to all this stuff everywhere
Absolutely.
we're allowed to post the links.
You
So
know what
we'll
I'm
keep that in mind.
excited for as well this year? The Boys probably a little bit more, but Umbrella Academy season 2 is coming out this year. from what I
Hell
heard.
yeah.
So I'm definitely
I
interested
started
in that.
that. I gotta finish that shit. Was fun.
You do.
I'm not
You
done with
do.
the other.
Yeah, I read that first too. Yeah, and that it's weird.
Isn't that by Gerard Way? Isn't that by Gerard Way?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Stop writing shit and come back to music. I mean,
Well,
well,
I guess
doing
he
a good
did.
job with it.
I guess he
Yeah.
did. He's
I
coming
mean,
back.
I mean, the man's getting paid right now.
Exactly.
you know how much more he's about to get paid on the concert tour?
Looks
Come
like
back,
we're
come
in
to
the-
Miami.
We're
I
in the
would
wrong
kill
business, bro.
That's true.
All right. You can start
Writing
writing
comic
TV
books
show.
by day, writing music by night. There you go.
There we
Exactly.
go.
That's
Tour the
life.
I've
world.
always wanted to crowd surf.
And Daryl did that at the Motion City soundtrack concert.
did.
D-Truth did
I
crowd
did.
surf. I got
I
some video
did.
on that. That'll get posted on the
Yo,
on
man,
the socials.
I was
as well.
wearing these really expensive glasses, and I was like, "Fuck! These better not fall off and get stepped on."
Did
but,
you get your
know.
junk grabbed? Is that what happened?
Nah, I didn't.
Yeah, no
I
one
did
cut-
get my butt.
no one
grabbed,
cut- no
but,
one- yeah, I was gonna say no one cut
but
the
that-
cheeks.
I don't know. It's always weird. I guess that's par for the course, though.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Last time I got my
Jules went-
butt crabbed, I'm sorry.
you got it.
Oh.
No,
well, let me
no,
just
you got-
segue into that.
you're good.
Last time I
Speaking
got
of
my
getting your
butt
ass
grabbed,
grabbed.
that wasn't my girl, was at this gay bar. It was so awkward.
Hey.
This dude grabbed my butt twice. I looked at him. He just smiled at me. Big as hell. What am I gonna do about it? I'm like, yeah, you got that, bro. That's your booty now.
Oh man.
Wait, that's what you
Yo,
just
I have a very similar story to that.
A bigger guy than you?
No.
terrifying.
That must
That'd be
have been a hell of
fucking
a gay bar.
horrifying.
Hell yeah.
Guys, the gay football club.
heard your name's Izzy.
Hey man, look.
Is
if you,
it true?
Look, bro. If you can get it from me, you can have it. You know how difficult that's got to be. All right. Nah, man. I was out at a bar with one of my homeboys who's like your build, and he was getting molested by this big dude, and I had to walk
Wow.
over and just grab my homie and carry him off. I'm like, look, I'm not
Yeah, you-
gonna sit here and let you deal with
Yeah,
this.
you picked him up like a 2x4 and just fucking just
carried his ass
Excuse
off like a
me.
piece of wood. And you're like, you know what?
I am a
Put
boy,
me the fuck
Damon.
down.
I'm a boy, Damon. Man, that must be the trippiest thing. I bet I bet you just lean over your girl like, "Hey, I'm gonna go dance with this guy real quick. I'll be back." Can you just say no?
No, he'll kill me.
Baby, he's huge.
I'm gonna have to die.
Are you gonna take him down? Cause I ain't.
I'm gonna have to die. I'm not going out. I'm not going out. And the worst part is, like, I'm a firm believer in everyone's some vague percentage gay. But like, if I'm not about it, you catching the hands. Don't fucking touch me. I don't even like surprise conversations.
I saw your eyes widen just now. You look like you
Okay,
have something
so
to say about
I
that.
agree and disagree. I've always said what you said about females. All females are gay, and my girl eventually agreed with me. But like all girls, they'll play
Some percentage, yes.
Some percentage. They're always touching on each other, always complimenting each other. But it's always weird.
Yeah.
We can't do the same thing. Like
You can and do. You just got to be in a space.
you gotta
right?
say it in different. Yeah.
Well, you just got to be in a
environment.
space where like physical contact is more accepted because dudes
Yeah.
have been conditioned to not be emotional, to not really support each other or compliment each other,
Yeah.
not physically touch people. So what happens with dudes where the percentage gay shows up outside of actually being like homosexual is like gay chicken. Is,
Okay,
is grab ass,
Yeah.
is nut check, is open chest. You know what I'm
do
saying?
that
It's all that stuff.
We do
man.
that shit all day.
You
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So it's all
We
the
grew up doing
same.
that. We were the gayest kids. But nobody would ever call us out.
Nut checks.
Nut
Remember
checks.
nut checks?
You have nuts?
Exactly.
Yes, I have nuts. Look, you checking. They didn't go anywhere. Shit.
Like they're on vacation right now.
Remember that
Shit.
Dave Chappelle joke? Hey, Tommy's asleep. Let's put a carrot in his ass. You know, that was a thing. It was weird.
Yeah, man. That's what happens when you can't be the traditional level of gay that you might naturally
I don't have
be.
a problem
You know what
saying,
I'm
you know, a
saying?
guy looks good, handsome.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because I know my sexuality. But there's
Yeah,
people
exactly.
that, the more and more people get like defensive about that, the more and more I'm like,
You definitely
bruh,
gay.
you
You're
did I-
trying to fight it.
definitely
Did I
are.
tell
There are
you?
several dudes that I would probably fuck. I can't think of anybody off the top of my
Ryan
head.
Gosling, The Rock.
I wouldn't fuck
said
The
it.
Rock.
You
The
would-
Rock.
The
I
Rock
wouldn't
would
fuck
fuck
The
me.
and you'd salute. It'd be great. Ryan Gosling might
Are you
be
kidding me?
Gosling.
He would fucking like deadlift you and then fuck you. Like,
Absolutely. He would put me on his dick and spin me around like a helicopter.
Toss you up in the air and then
You know who
fall
get
on
it?
his dick.
You know who can get it? Brennan Urie.
Why are we the only ones doing? Who male crushes? Where's your male crushes?
I'm thinking,
you know,
For me, you got to be hot and good at something. You can't just be one of the things.
damn, that's tough.
nah, I'm not gonna lie.
If I'm gay, you got to be like the
I'm not
best
gonna
at a
lie.
thing.
I'm not gonna lie. It used to be Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, then he
my
got
young-
over.
Younger Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah, I was like,
He
dang,
might
he's so
smooth you out the
smooth.
drawers.
He's so smooth. Get this ass. Well, I didn't think that, but like,
Feel like you were putting it in that box.
I like how you said that too. Yeah, man. That was way too specific.
Bro, that was way too specific.
I used to think the same about like Leonardo DiCaprio, but then he got a little older,
yeah.
so I get what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Honestly, man, I'm thinking fucking. That's tough, man. Because
who
like
are you thinking fucking?
silence. I know what I said. Damn it. So for me, man, it's tough. You know what? Tom Cruise, because that dude's a fucking vampire, man.
Yo, that dude's like
Tom
75
Cruise.
years
He's
old.
like a
right?
fucking
He's
vampire.
also a Scientologist, bro. If Tom Cruise fucks you, you lose
It'd be
part
out
of
of
your
his
soul.
road.
I mean, hey, man, like
Be out of
fucking.
his world. He said.
All I gotta say is if like fucking the way his wife gets taken care of, if that's torture, bitch, chain me to the wall.
Bruh. It probably would be torture. You know, this dude does his own stunts. No, the craziest shit would happen to you if he fucked you. He'd probably put you on a skyscraper and just throw you down, and then you drop on his dick.
Explode. It's fucking-
Or not? All right, this is getting there. But Ronaldo.
Cristiano
Cristiano
Ronaldo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Most
yeah, yeah.
soccer players can get the bitch.
Why? Because
Yeah.
he can play with the balls?
Yes.
With his feet?
Yes. Oh, the foot fetish rides
Oh
again.
yeah. So all right. So yes, I have a foot fetish. I think
He's accepted
yeah,
it.
that's
I
a
think.
thing. That's a thing. That's a thing.
That's dope.
Speaking of soccer, let's go ahead and segue, man. So we had a request to talk about some of the fun stuff we've done on travels, man. Anybody got any good Euro trip or just general travel stories?
I've been to Europe
man.
when I was 10. Went to London.
Was it
and
fun? Did you do
I was a
something
child. I
Did you
couldn't
get
do
robbed in the
anything
tube?
cool? Do
I
anything
just
fun?
remember like, you know, as a kid that you like can't curse a lot here. You know, you're just like, oh, don't say that word. The kids were flying the F word like crazy
Oh,
over there.
yeah.
It was like
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
It was a different environment. Like parents didn't care about that stuff over there. But I was young. You guys probably have cooler stories.
Nah. That was it. Next topic.
Nah, shut the hell up. You know you do. You know you do.
I am lord of the cool story, but I'm not going to go next.
Well, all right, I'll go. I mean, it's not so much a cool story as just a really unique experience. So I was in Madrid and I saw a bullfight.
Dope.
That was one
That's
of-
got to be terrible. That's a
Yeah.
little traumatic.
Well, you didn't run
no,
with the bull, you
because
just saw it.
I was super
Hammered.
duper drunk. And I was so drunk. Like me and my homie Jacob, what up, Jacob? Yo, we were sitting behind his family, right? And we didn't think that they spoke English. And we were like, oh, look, the bull right there is pissing. Oh, he's pissing. The piss is coming off his balls or something. Blah, blah, blah. And we were just being drunk Americans. We didn't think that they knew English. And then,
everyone knows English.
They were just like,
and then the mom turned around and be like, don't talk around my boys like that. It was, shit. Talking about bulls, nuts, and piss and shit. I felt really bad. But, oh, man, the bulls really die. They really kill them.
yeah.
fucked up.
Like, they
Shoot 'em
killed
with
like
arrows.
9 of them.
So hang on. So the one thing that people fail to realize with those two, even though it is a very like barbaric sport, they still eat the bull afterwards.
It doesn't help.
I had bull. It was awesome.
It's
it was
great.
very tender.
It's so
You get the Rocky
good.
Mountain
Salty.
oyster?
It's
You get the
good.
Rocky Mountain oyster?
I did not get the Rocky Mountain.
He means did you
oyster.
eat the balls?
Oh, that's what a Rocky Mountain oyster
Yes.
is?
Yo,
Well, I might have ate the balls. I mean, I don't know.
it was salty.
He's like,
It was-
again, the tequila was flowing.
No, yeah, it was definitely a
the
lot
biggest
of
tequila worm I've ever seen in my life. Not a tequila worm. We just sucked it in tequila, bro.
But no, that was a really good time. And oh no, actually, I was talking to the people and they were like, oh yeah, nobody usually gets hurt, but I saw 2 people get fucked up. One dude got like tossed in the air.
yeah.
That shit was fucked up.
Yeah, he's not hurt. He's dead.
Yeah, well, yeah, they definitely rushed him out. No one ever knew.
We don't know.
They
Yeah,
didn't
right.
report back, but they were like, yeah, that never happens. I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. All right.
Yeah, right. You might got salad to me.
So that was cool.
All right, man. I got
You want to lead or do I want to go with the next one?
rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, ready?
We going shoot or we going?
Shoot. Let's go shoot.
Okay.
Rock,
Can't
paper,
ball,
scissors.
shoot. You lose.
No, I didn't.
That was almost the finesse.
Liar.
Can't ball, shoot. All right, you go.
Ha! Not that my story's probably gonna suck anyway, but
Probably like suck.
I felt like I won.
That's all we wanted. Give him a win.
All right, so I would say as far as Euro stories, I would have to say when we were in Germany, probably.
We like last year, like 2 years ago.
Yeah. I would say one of my favorite Euro stories would have to be when we were in Germany and we went on that whole like castle tour, which was absolute fucking torture because we walked.
Yeah, we walked like 16 miles that day.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah.
That's not an exaggeration. That's not me talking shit. That's not me being bombastic or fucking expressive or overdoing it. That is fucking facts, people. We walked everywhere. Like, I'm telling you, it was uphill, downhill, upstairs, downstairs, across this, across that, pole vault over here, fucking hit this switch, throw that spear there, hop over the fucking lava. Like, shit was ridiculous.
Yeah, that incline was crazy.
Dude,
like it
that-
had to be like, I mean, I don't never measure
Like-
incline, but it had to be like at least like
23rd degrees.
no,
No,
bro,
it
had
was
to be
so
like
much more than that.
45.
Yeah,
that was
bro.
that was
That
a
shit
good-
was high as
Yeah,
fuck.
that
You
was
remember-
that was a good 50, 60 degree climb.
Bought new running shoes.
Nah, that
for
shit was
walk,
like
and
90
I
degrees.
Tore, straight up the wall, Spider-Man style.
It was a sheer rock face.
I tore the heel on my running shoe. Like, there's a giant chunk out of that shit by the
Yeah.
time we got through with that walk. You had
That's
to dig
how
in the
bad
heels
that
to get up
shit
the hill.
was. Yeah, it was like, which was intense. Don't get me wrong. We got there and we took amazing photos. It was a good experience, but fuck me, did we walk a lot. Like I still have that photo of the Instagram for my Fitbit for that day. Still, I think that those numbers are not right because we hit so many stairs and so much incline. So for me, that was pretty dope. And I would say hitting the brewery afterwards, we drank like our body weight in beer every single fucking day.
And that was easy mode beer. Next time we go, we gotta like not do anything that day except drink beer.
The
Like,
hard
that's
shit.
gotta be what we intend to do.
I mean, I
Great
was
things
doing
about Germany.
Hey.
It's great. No, it's
Yo,
great.
D-Truth might not have had water for 6 days.
Yeah.
No, I don't
I
think,
think
we
it
did.
was just beer whenever he had the opportunity.
I don't think we were sober the
Beer
entire
and then
time we were
hard
there.
liquor.
Yeah. There. I know there was points in which liter chugs were happening.
Actually, that's all we were doing. That's all we were doing. Were leaders. We weren't fucking with the other bullshit. We want leader now here.
Bring it in, bring it in.
They're like, oh, you don't want the other one? No, I ain't no bitch,
You have to come back.
and I don't want to come back.
Bring me several liters.
There you
different
go.
town.
It was.
It really was.
Sorry to everyone there that I met for the first time.
Yeah,
If you met D-Truth and you
actually-
didn't think he was dope, please reconsider your opinion.
you actually proposed like fucking 6 times we were there to all different women.
Several different women.
Wow.
It's like 3.
Were you
No.
like the straight up tourist when you were over there? Like,
Nah.
straight up,
Well-
hey, I'm from America.
This is a myth.
No. Well, I don't know if I proposed to any Germans, but
You
like,
didn't, and you missed out. They'd have said yes.
oh, they probably would have. No, then they would have got half. Do they do that over there?
No.
No.
Oh,
Damn.
It is generally better than we are.
I wanted to give her half.
I wanted to give him I never give him half. You give him the whole thing or make him leave.
it was a fun time.
Yeah, it was definitely a dub time. All right, so you're up next, Izzy.
All right, in honor of your Germany story, I will tell a Germany story. It was a dark and stormy night. No, it was not dark. It was not stormy, but it was nighttime. It was New Year's a while back. Me and a couple of my army homies went to Munich. Munich, give us the bag. Favorite city on earth.
We love you.
Give us an apartment near Karlsplatz.
Lufthansa, take care of it, please.
Lufthansa gives us the bag.
If you please.
Nah, man. So we were trying to figure out something to do. We didn't plan anything ahead of time. And New Year's is huge in Europe. They do like full prefix 4-course meals, that kind of stuff. So we couldn't find a place to eat. We couldn't find a place to go. So we picked a place that was like a nightclub, like this big 3-story nightclub that was also doing like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Right. So we get there. It's me and my boys. Taxi pulls up. Line's like 150 people deep. And I'm like, I'm not waiting in this fucking line.
Yeah.
Pull up to the front. Trust me. At this point, and people from the pod will probably get used to this concept, but I'm reasonably good at talking my way into shit. People just have a tendency to believe things.
It happens
and
a
I'm
lot.
not correcting you, right? I might not lie, but you'll probably believe that some shit is happening.
Right.
So we drive up past the line, hop out the taxi. Me and the boys walk straight to the front door, and I walk right past the bouncer and start to walk inside. Bouncer stops me. Hey, what are you doing? I turn to him. Hey, it's cool. I'm sorry. You must be new. Don't sweat it. I'm going to go inside. So I start to go inside again, and homie grabs the door and like pushes it closed with force. I'm like, listen. You know what? I'm sorry. How about this? You don't know me, and it's because you're new. I get it. What I don't want to do is get into a fight up here with you in front of all these people and undermine your authority. So what I'm going to do, man, is I'm going to post up here till someone from staff comes out to get us, and we'll hang out. And he was like, okay, cool. And we started talking for a few minutes, right? Like, skip this entire goddamn line. And like, keep in mind for the rest of this story that no one knows my name or who I am, right? This is really important. Keep in mind. So the dude's chill. We're at the front of the line. We've skipped everybody. He lets us in a few minutes later. I dap him up with a 50-pound note. Dow, 50 euros, I mean. Just because he was chill, right? Like, I didn't have to give him the money. I didn't bribe him. He'd already let us in. I was like, I got you, chief. We get inside. I walk up to the ticket girl. Ticket girl like, yo, are you VIP? Of course I'm VIP. Why would you ask? You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you see these
Look
suits?
how VIP
Do
I
you
look.
see
Look,
these
obviously I'm VIP.
Yeah, I'm first one through the door. You don't see me and the rest of the savages
In the
behind
fuck,
me.
right?
We came here to party. What
in
you
the
mean?
Entourage, you know what I'm saying? So she's like, all right, cool. Have you already got a table? And I'm like, yeah, we've already got a table. I covered the table, but these guys aren't on the list. They're with me. I'll cover their entry. And it was like $20 or $30 a person, some shit like that. So I paid for everybody. Made the niggas pay me back because I ain't have it like that. You know what I'm saying? They pay me back inside. So I give them the loot. We slide inside. Food is good. Eat fat, bro. It's like it's 8:30, 9 o'clock on New Year's, and I'm trying not to eat too much because I'm trying to drink, but I was trying to eat everything. They had like these Jello shots that were like the cheesecake Jello shots, and I didn't know you could make those alcoholic, bro. I had like 12 of them, bro.
They're so
It was
good.
loose. So after eating, like an hour or so goes by, and I take a lap around the club. Turns out someone named my government name.
Government.
So someone named Izzy has booked a table and not shown up.
Oh, wow.
So I sit down. You're not gonna tell me my name's not Izzy.
Oh,
I
it
have
gets-
no my
it gets
fucking
better
ID.
from here.
Right? So I sit down. Right? I call the boys. I'm like, yo, come to the table. We got a table now. Sit down. Talk to folks. If there are enough people over here hanging out with us, they're not gonna make us leave. Right? So we sit down at the table. Shit's groovy. 30, 40 minutes goes by. I go over to a bar. I'm talking to the bartender. And she's like, yo, y'all get bottle service with the table. And I'm like, oh, word, right? So I go back, talk to the boys, see what they want. I go back to the bar. I talk to this dude. Dude is an ass, right? Completely rude. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to ask you. Talk to the next person. So I go over to this other chick at the bar. Hey, that guy's a dick. I'm just trying to get the bottle service squared away, man. You don't have to bring it immediately. But, you know, if you could, it's New Year's. We have people waiting on us.
Post haste.
Right, you know, just, hey, at your own leisure. You know what I'm saying? The whole night, I'm doing my best to not be a dick. I don't want to upset the good luck energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So this lady...
You're asking a lot for a guy that didn't pay for nothing.
Shit, I have not paid for anything
Exactly.
yet. Bro,
Exactly.
This chick disappears, reappears liquor. And I've never seen so much liquor at a table at a club in my life. Like, it was a spread. It wasn't a bottle and some cups. It was like 7 bottles of liquor, a bunch of the carafes and mixers, like 40 cups, a tub of ice. It was like, hey, everyone should drink this, which they did. Because at this point, I didn't really drink alcohol, right? It's 11:30 or so at this point. Everyone's loose.
Coming down to the wire.
Right? 11:30 or so, I take another lap around the club. It turns out one of the other bartenders is someone I know from dance class. So we chop it up for a few minutes. She gives me free drinks for no reason other than the fact we were cool, right? Midnight goes by, champagne toast, have a great time. Happy New Year.
Everyone's getting hosed down.
This is like, when was this, like 2010?
Champagne
Shot.
Champagne.
That's LMFAO Central, bro. So like 12:30, we met the lead singer of Benny and the Jets. Like it's
Oh, dope.
It's sort of crazy. So like 12:30, 12:45 rolls through, and everyone's lit. I'm reasonably pickled. Like I may have been able to drive, but this is Germany. I don't even own a vehicle at the point. Obviously, we're taxiing home.
Naturally.
Douche bartender shows up.
Uh-oh.
Like the fucking Grim Reapers. Like a fart in an elevator. Just oppressive. Right?
I
Shows
heard
up.
he was trying to leave.
He's like, right? And you know, you gotta act like you belong. So he shows up and I dap him up like it's all groovy, baby. I don't care. Put the bill on the table, nigga. What's up? I got it. My money. Square up, son. So he hands me the bill after I dap him up. Hey, thank you for coming. I was looking for you. Hey, thanks for bringing me the bill. All right, I look at the bill, and the trick to being places you're not supposed to be is you can't make the bill face.
Nope.
Do y'all know the bill face?
The pill face. I can imagine the bill face.
The bill face, because it was like $700-800. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
In
yeah. I
addition-
would have made the face.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so no, I prepared myself for it. I knew it was some fuck shit.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so like, because you know how people will look at the bill, make the face, and then put it down and slide it away. Like when they pick it back up, it's gonna be a smaller number.
Yep. Not even a little bit.
You know. So homie's like, how you want to pay for that? I'm like, hey, look. You know, he didn't ask me how I want to pay. He was like, sign here so we could charge your card on file. And I was like, all right, look, I let you guys have my card so I could reserve the table. I really, really hate people running my card. I have a card that's for public like use for things like this, but I almost never put any money on it. All right, I never let anybody charge it. I have cash in my car. That's valeted. I'm gonna go out front. I'm gonna grab the whip, right? Grab the cash out the whip. I'll come back. I'll pay. We're good. And he looked at me like I was crazy, right? But then I like looked at the rest of the people I was here with who were kind of fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
And he like pulled me away from the table. This
Yeah.
wasn't like right next to it. It's like 10 or 15 feet away, right? So he's like, all right, cool. So I left.
That was
knew
his,
it. I left.
that was,
I
the,
knew where
that
that
was,
was
that was
going.
his first
I got
mistake.
out of that motherfucker.
That's why I
boy.
busted out laughing. I knew where
What's
that was going.
bananas? What is bananas? And this is the black sense, because everybody was black, right? This is the black sense. When I got outside, somehow, some way, the other three dudes I was with left right behind me from 3 separate exits. We met at the front of that bitch, hopped in a taxi, and took the fuck off. And I have not been back to that bitch since.
That was a full-blown exfil.
Oh my God, Ocean's 11, all of your
That
liquor,
was-
bruh.
Let me
Coordinated.
recap that story real quick. You just skipped everybody in line and said, hey, I'm supposed to be here.
Yep.
He said, yes, sir, you are. You walked through. They gave you bottle service. They just treated you guys right. You happen to have the same name as somebody else that was in a section. They gave you an $800 bill, and you guys left.
And
at
you know the
God.
best part. Look at God. Look at God.
Look at
And you know the best part? You know the best part? I think the only reason, like, if you believe in God or in like a spirit that like edits how things go, I genuinely believe had I been the kind of person to sign that dude's name, it wouldn't have happened.
No, definitely not.
I think the only reason that shit worked out so well is because the universe understood that I wasn't going to sign shit, so that guy wasn't going to get charged either. And nightclubs charge way the fuck too much for liquor as it is. They didn't
do.
lose any money.
Yeah, they came out good.
yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, they did.
Bruh. And then, like, of course, like, I'm gonna look if I get bored at some point. I'm gonna look and see if I'm in any photos for that website.
Oh, no.
Go back as far as I can in the gallery or two.
And you're
I
just
bet you
like,
he'll never let somebody walk outside ever again. You're
Oh,
like, no,
no.
I'm coming with you, brother.
Shit, hop on their back, you know.
What you mean that guy is fired? What you mean? That guy don't work there no more?
Oh
That
man.
800's coming out of your tab, jackass.
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
bro.
it
I'm
is.
sure they made loot on the tips. We tipped really well.
Oh, well,
So we tipped really well.
Don't feel bad.
We had a server made out okay.
Yeah, homegirl. Nah, because damn, it had to have been a couple $100 worth of tip.
they
Because
did.
everybody, what happened was everybody drank and like everybody had cash on them. Because like at this point, you know, we're all Americans, and sometimes your card doesn't work. This is way back in the day before your card worked everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So people would pull out all the cash they were gonna spend for the night anyway.
Naturally, yeah.
And like the rest of the dudes I was with just gave the server chick all of the cash they were gonna spend on drinks.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they got way the fuck more for free anyway.
Yeah.
So homegirl had a great night. That asshole guy's an asshole. So you know, whatever.
He didn't get shit.
Should have been an asshole.
She can't be a dick, man. That's the whole
you know,
point.
yeah.
Don't be a dick.
Speaking of people
heard
getting
it.
ripped off, man, let's talk about this $11 Disney sport.
Oh God, that's the stupidest shit.
Okay, so
ever.
I've never. So I'm D Truth, professional. Yo, I'm from Chicago. I've actually never been to Disney.
Oh,
we're going. We're going. In
I've
April.
never been to
Gotcha.
Disney
Oh, that-
anything, and we're definitely doing that like on the pod.
Oh yeah,
all
no,
day.
that's
My
happening.
first Disney.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
we'll go live on that
So
one.
what is the big deal here? Well, obviously it's an $11 sport.
Yes.
It's a sport in the Star Wars, the new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge section of Disney.
Right.
And they're free to use, or they were, and they're like a special space spork. And we'll like show you guys on Insta or whatever over the next couple of days. But it doesn't look
yeah.
like it doesn't. It's not like it looks like the Millennium Falcon or some shit, you know, or he has
Yeah.
a lightsaber or it vibrates. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't bend time in reality or anything.
it
You
looked
know?
like someone took a bite out of a spoon. That's
Your teeth look like this.
$11, sir.
It really does.
Yeah,
Like,
it looks
just-
like some Alabama teeth. You're right.
Oh shit!
Alabama, give us a bear.
I don't know if I want anything.
roll tide.
Roll ink papers.
right?
God, that's ridiculous though. Look at that shit though.
Hell no.
$11.
That's
sport,
not even
man.
a good looking sport. The shit's
it's
like
not.
off to the side and shit.
Team, I'm a huge Disney fan. I love Kingdom Hearts. Give Disney the bag when they deserve it, but stop giving the mouse money for no reason. $11 fork. We should boycott. You know what the fuck someone should do? Someone should just grab the whole box of those forks and throw them into one of the food trash cans.
Oh
Can't
damn.
be used.
Disney will have you outed, son. They will sniper you from a distance
Check them out.
It's like it's
over a
like,
damn sport.
said not over the grassy knoll, over the fucking over the barbershop quartet.
Oh my god. They're gonna be one of those blaster pistols. Have y'all been to Galaxy's Edge yet?
Not yet.
So
I
so
can't wait.
You want to come?
Yeah.
You want to make
Hell
it?
yeah.
Okay. So I
Alright,
think
cool.
the more we talk about this trip to Galaxy's Edge, I think it's gonna be like a multimedia extravaganza.
Oh, yeah.
Like because everyone we know wants in.
Pretty much.
Dun, 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 dun. Wait. That's not Bonanza.
That's not Bonanza.
That's
That's Indiana Jones.
Shit.
All day.
it's Disney though, right? It's Indiana Jones Disney now.
It is now. It is now.
Hey, it's still legal. Oh man.
Safe.
Oh man.
It's
What
a
about this-
bonanza. Happy birthday to you. That was random.
Hey, you know what sucks? I'm so quick to confuse Bonanza, Superman, and Indiana Jones.
Oh, okay.
Because they're all similar keys. and
They are.
similar,
You're right.
Yeah,
I can see that. I
Because
can see
Bonanza dun
that.
dun 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 dun, and then Superman is dun 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 dun. And that's Batman. Shit.
That is it. You just made a point though. The Batman theme, the original Superman, and Indiana Jones. It is kind of like back to back.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun, dun,
very
dun, dun.
similar.
There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, cool. That's Superman.
We're getting sued.
Oh, we ain't getting sued.
That was gonna bother me the rest of the pod. Thank you
Y'all
for
getting
indulging
sued.
me there.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Y'all getting sued.
Like, I'm
Nah, you're the only person using your government name
I'm
out
from
here.
the controversy. Just want to put it out there.
Oh man, what about this coronavirus, guys?
Oh god, man, like it's getting pretty serious
So
over there.
what really? So it's getting serious over there, but honestly,
Do we care?
but it's over
Do we
here.
give a shit? We're like, fuck
Until
China.
it's over here. Until it's over here, it's not a
Actually, you
problem.
need to actually don't fuck around because there have been 2 cases in the states right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But I thought
that-
they healed one of the 2 cases.
They
I
did.
mean, but they're here,
What
though.
state was it?
I believe one was in Washington,
Washington?
I
and
thought
the
one was New York.
Yeah, like you said.
yeah,
I think
it
it
was,
was one
it was just the 2
Washington and New York.
cases.
Apparently,
Yeah,
But if it's here, nah, fuck that. No, we gotta stop the shit.
but until it gets here, see, no, you gotta get shit before it stops.
No, that's
'Cause
true.
You know, 5 million people left the city before they put the lockdown on.
Jesus
crazy.
Christ, yeah, like that's
scary.
fucking
You know, so
scary.
that's how zombies happen.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
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 Well,
That's
you
how
remember
we
when
have
there
Raccoon
was a
City for
zombie here in
real.
Florida?
Oh, that was the dude on MCAT.
Oh,
it's
no,
fine.
yeah.
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 Bath
That's
sauce.
the
Bath
Flocka?
sauce, yeah.
Bath sauce.
The Flocka.
By speakers in the fit.
That's probably the worst thing Florida's had when it came
Zombie?
to like an epidemic.
Oh, yeah,
it was
but,
just like
you know.
drugs.
Man, I bet
Things
that-
don't survive well here.
No,
No,
yeah.
no.
We're like the Australia of
Iguanas
America.
falling
Kinda.
from the trees and shit.
Bro,
you know?
God.
bro, could you imagine how fucking psyched that cop was after he shot that? He's like, I stopped patient 0. I saved the world. I saved the
I won
world.
the Nobel Peace Prize for shooting a
He
dude.
deserves it.
But yeah, I thought I saw on the net on social media like people are eating bat soup. That is like
Yeah,
passing-
that's
is that
passing.
is
Yes.
that real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
you
real.
can eat a bat. You can eat a bat. I've never eaten a bat, but I know people who have.
Actually,
Yeah.
all right.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Actually,
Live.
Has, any,
No.
has anybody actually seen like that epidemic shit, like the show that's going on Netflix?
No.
Nah.
Dude, they actually touched on the coronavirus during that thing, and they were talking about with bats in like I think it was some part of
That's
like,
where somebody got
East
the idea
India.
to eat the bat. They were like,
Stop
ooh.
eating bats, people.
Yeah,
Bats
just,
can't be tasty.
I mean,
Mine
can't
tastes
be.
like rat.
Yeah,
Probably.
rabbit wings, like
Yeah.
a pigeon.
basically.
Would you
so
eat
many-
a pigeon?
I would.
I mean, there's so many
Motherfucking
tasty
what?
things.
No.
Why don't we just stick to
Why
like
would you eat a pigeon?
Well, hey,
good
I've had some
regular
really
shit.
great irregular shit. I've had fried grasshoppers.
Those are good.
That was pretty swaggy.
Yeah.
I like the
That's
ranch.
pretty
I like the
swaggy.
ranch ones.
Chocolate ones are pretty good.
Cooler ranch grasshoppers. Taco Bell. Oh man, Taco Bell got the nacho cheese roach, bro.
That is fucking
Oh,
awesome.
that was funny as hell.
You say,
Taco Bell give us
so
that.
come in and get
Give
your.
us the bag.
Give us the
We
bag,
would
Taco
appreciate it.
Oh man,
We basically did a callback on your old commercial in the last
yeah, that's
episode.
right.
You
Oh, yeah,
might as well
last
give it
pod.
to us.
Jones and 4 grilled roach taco.
Stop.
Bell.
But hell
eating
yeah,
that.
like I've had really weird, obscure things before. Like I'm just glad people told me what they were after I ate them.
I eat most things. Even if you tell me what it is, it would have to be a fucked up texture.
I've had cat.
Cat's good.
I've had dog.
Dog is good.
Where did you do this?
Where did I do this?
Yeah,
That's
where
a
did
good
you
question.
have it?
So
Cat
I
and
had
dog.
a guy who frequented the Philippines pretty frequently and somehow managed to smuggle it back.
frequent.
Smuggling, I'm pretty sure you just freeze it and put it in a bag.
No, like you can't bring it back to the States.
Oh, he brought it from the Philippines.
Yeah. We brought
Okay,
it
what's
from the
better, cat or
Philippines.
dog?
Cat.
Okay, no, you're bullshit. You're wrong.
Cat is
Oh.
better.
No, the fuck it is not. How dare you?
This is the most gangster argument I've ever seen.
Okay.
I'm gonna let y'all tell it. Go
Talk
ahead.
about it. We can talk about
Okay,
it.
hang on. All right. So,
How did you have the dog?
stew?
This is
Okay,
wild.
so I had cat
This is
stew
so
and I had dog ground.
You had dog
I
ground?
had a ground. It's like
the
a patty. It was
Ground
like a,
beef dog.
Yeah, it was like a patty and it was like lightly fried, like an empanada a little bit. If you can imagine.
Now,
that.
where did you have this?
That's kind of
Can't
all
vote it.
right. Yeah.
So Izzy's argument is cat is better.
Cat's
and-
better.
So
and Rob.
I say dog is better because there's just more to it. The problem is with the cat. I cannot believe we're having this conversation.
I can't believe you're having this conversation.
The problem
either.
is
You
with
guys
cat.
are fucking
Okay.
sick.
I never thought we would get like crazier than the guy fucking thing. This is
Oh, bro, we in the bag today.
This is too far.
Yeah.
We went too far.
Okay. So for the record, I'm trying to go vegetarian now. So it's
Bullshit. We had chicken lo mein today that you made. Was it chicken for real?
no.
Oh, it was dog.
Now you've all had it, sons of bitches.
You've all been tainted by the sin.
All right, not bad. Not bad.
No, no.
No, but like, this is only a one-time experience, but for
Yeah,
real,
it wasn't a regular-
I would say dog was just better because there was more of it. The problem is with cat, it's very stringy. You
So I like-
you usually have to do things to it, so you have to like make it like into
Meatball.
like
meatball
duck. A little
Like-
bit.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duck pate. No,
Duck is
you can get a duck
amazing.
fillet. I love duck.
I love duck because
duck
it's like
may be my favorite fowl.
yeah, it's like red. It's just like red. It looks like red meat, but it's actually foul.
So he's saying that you have to do more to the cat because
So
it's.
I enjoyed the cat.
Yeah.
I had it really it was like an 18-hour stew cook. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
like not beef stew, but cat stew, and it was really fucking good. You know, and I like a tougher meat for my stew. I like it to have some like substantiality to it. You know, if you come to my house, I promise all foods will be regular American foods.
All right, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. You guys have not sold me on either one. It's a no for
It's
me.
tough.
It's not something
It's
I would
tough.
order. Like I think
Hell
both of
no.
us had the same experience where it was like, you want some? Okay, what is it?
I was-
this is
I
all
was-
right.
I was-
in the Philippines.
I was just drunk enough on a boat where he was just like, he's, on the dude's yacht, and he was just like, hey man, you want to have this? I brought this back in the Philippines. I was like, yeah, word. I ate half the thing, and he goes, so how was that? I go, it was fine. He goes, did it bark? I go,
Should it have?
my immediate reaction is, the fuck you just say, Scott? He goes,
Scott, give us the bag.
he goes, oh, that was dog.
Scott would.
I was like, you son of a bitch.
Aren't
And
the
he-
dogs in the Filipinos like closer to like guinea pigs? They're like a specific kind of dog that's like bred for like food. It's not
That-
like it's not golden retriever or border collie.
I don't-
or some
I don't-
shit.
Yeah, not the dogs.
I don't-
we
I don't
like.
Not the
have-
dogs we like exactly.
I don't have any info on that, but I think, but from what
That's
I do,
the line. Yeah.
It can't be a dog that looks like cute. It's gotta be an ugly dog.
yeah, you're like, it's Chihuahua,
So-
like some ugly ass terrier or whatever. Yeah.
So is dog and cat meat in the everything burrito in regular show?
No, but oh my
no.
god.
Oh no.
Ostrich meat's in it. I
Don't
think.
do that.
I would definitely try an ostrich. I
I've
would
had
love
an
the
ostrich egg before.
I would love that.
This is a big ass
Ostrich,
chicken.
ostrich is good.
It's the big ass angry chicken.
It's a big ass angry
I love
chicken.
what Kevin Hart said. It's a man pigeon.
Got
Oh,
them
man.
bald ass legs.
Ostrich is like one of two kinds of bird I wouldn't
Kevin Hart,
fight.
give us the bag.
Kevin, give us back.
Facts. He's got it.
Got it. Oh man.
Oh shit, that's great.
All right, Doug. All right. So speaking of fun
All right,
things,
Do it.
we're gonna start filming these probably next pod.
Oh yeah, of
Be able
course
to
not.
see some of the faces I make at
God.
D-Truth throughout the recordings of these.
Dog.
Oh man.
All right, so
All right. Who here knows the trolley problem?
I do.
Not me.
I have a car. So no.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What?
What is that?
But dumb
What does
tits.
the trolley do? Like an e-board? Does anyone ride that? I just
No.
see
It
it
goes
like,
from one end of V-board to the other,
That's
and then it'll
literally it.
also go to channel side.
Yeah.
And it's free. So if
And
you want
it's
to drink out on channel
It's
side, you
just,
come to Ebor.
just straight up one line, right?
That's it.
Yes,
Okay, yeah,
it's
yeah.
not- yeah.
we got
I've
to do
seen
that
it.
one time. I've
can't-
seen it forever and just
Yeah,
never been on
me
it.
too.
Yeah,
It's worth parking in Ebor because it's easier to get out of Ebor late at night. So we can park in Ebor, drink in Ebor, go to channel side, drink subpar in channel side. I guess Parks and Rec is over at channel side now.
Parks and
so
Rec
it's
is
worth
over there
going.
now. Yeah, exactly.
what's the
Parks and Rec
issue
give
with
us the
it,
bag.
Oh no, the trolley problem is a philosophical problem.
Ah.
It's a thought experiment. You're on the trolley. You're the conductor, conducting the trolley. Chief of the train. Chief.
I wanna see
Kane
what your
of
response
the
is.
Train. All right. There's one person strapped to the tracks.
Oh god, it's a math problem.
No, it's not. It's an ethical problem. No, there's
Okay.
one person. So there are workers on the tracks, right?
Okay.
The track splits to the left, it splits to the right. There's one worker who's got earplugs in. He's like using the jackhammer fixing the track. And on the other track, there's 4 workers using the jackhammer fixing the track. The trolley's definitely going to hit and kill whoever it hits, right? And you have the opportunity to pull a lever and move the trolley from either the track on the one or the track with the 4 people, right? What do you do as the person with the stick?
Oh man. Well, first of all, I can't say this is kind of divided. If any of them are wearing Trump hats, they're out of here. So, I didn't want to.
Get him the fuck out of
Sorry.
there.
Are you just like, does that look like a red baseball cap? Yeah, all right.
Exactly.
Fucking click, fuck that guy.
Even if it was 4 of
gas.
them.
But if it's hard to tell their political status, I guess that the one guy's got to go. Like,
Anybody else? Anyway,
So I just want to ask a couple clarifying questions. So
I knew you would.
So there's one person on one track and then 4 people on the other track.
Correct.
Yes.
And it's going down. It's going to go down one, and you just get to choose which track.
Yeah, you don't get to stop it. You can't hang off the front and warn somebody.
Right.
You're not Tug McGuire. This isn't Spider-Man. You can't web yourself to the front of the train and stop it while making the best face in cinema history.
So okay, and so that's all you get.
So you get.
That's it.
Well, and we don't know anything about these people.
That's
well,
that's the thing about it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to be a utilitarian. You know, most good for greatest number of people.
exactly.
One guy dies.
So am I the only psychopath who took a third option?
Kill both of them. Tokyo Drift style.
No, trick question. I kill myself and let the world and let fate decide.
He pulls a gun out and he shoots himself.
I mean, what if you got a gun?
Can't decide.
What do you do? What do you do? Pull the lever?
Because I mean, if you've got a gun, why wouldn't you just bust off a couple of shots into like,
Move out the way.
like for real? If you shot, because if you've got a gun, why would you bust off a couple shots? I'd pick the one guy.
Yeah.
If I had a gun, I'd bust off a couple of rounds. You wouldn't move. You'd notice if a couple of bullets hit some shit near you. You get the fuck out of the way.
Nah, man, that's my emergency suicide shotgun.
Well,
don't
just
you
the
know?
one.
Yeah.
I fucking quit.
Actually, suicide shotgun. That needs to be a band name. That sounds awesome.
Samurai
pretty
shotgun's
dope.
a band.
There you go.
Sounds like a
Mr. Bad.
shot.
Suicide shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got
Suicidal
Irish whiskey
tendencies.
and grenadine.
Oh, it's a real thing. Oh, you're making it as you
okay.
go.
Shotgun win.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, we
Shotgun
might
wedding.
come back with that. I might try and figure out what that might be.
so
just out of
what's,
curiosity.
is there an answer?
Yeah, for real.
There really isn't. It's
Oh.
it's
not
you
an
just all right.
It's just fun to
Just
ask.
who will you kill?
Yo, so I didn't expect everybody to be so utilitarian. A lot of folks are like, I can't decide. Or a lot of people
Nah.
are
Well,
like,
it's for the
okay,
greater
okay.
good, like
Why
So
would
what
you
if you
wanna
know the
kill
people?
4 people?
What if you know the people?
it'll probably be
Obviously, we'd have a
who I
bias.
like.
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
us four
did?
versus
Versus Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
guys.
You'll
Said-
fuck the shit out of you after you save his life.
He's definitely got a
said
point.
sorry, I gotta kill my friends. Ronaldo got that good dick.
All right. Last one. What if you could save one group of people,
Oh.
but you had to lose a limb to do it? Like you could like jump out and push the group of people out of the way, either side of the group,
Damn
but you had
it.
to lose a limb.
Well,
I like
it
my-
wasn't.
It's
It
gotta
was
depend on
not
the
my
people.
fault that I was in this situation. So sorry, I'm keeping my limbs.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
What if they
That's
would
Darwinism
feel
at its
all of the
finest.
pain, but they would respawn?
Ooh. Yes. Still.
Still the 4?
Oh yeah. Still the 4.
Still the 4?
Well,
Yep.
you got.
You just out here being a dick.
Why?
Just killing
Why?
those people.
Why are you killing 4 instead of 1?
Because he's trying to be
Maybe because those
contrary.
people have a better perspective on life. If they respawn, they know what death feels like.
They're not gonna have a perspective on life if they don't have it after.
No. He said they'll respawn afterwards.
What if they come
Oh,
back?
okay.
Yeah, and
You
I
feel
was
all
like-
the pain. Just come back.
Because if anything, you'd be changing 4 lives instead of 1 after that.
As in taking the limb.
For the worst.
It just. I think the answer is always gonna be like depends on the person.
It does.
Like
It
I will
really
take a
does.
limb if it's like Halle Berry and Jennifer Lopez. Save me. Well, fuck you after. Yes.
Do you get to pick the limb? Do you get to pick the limb?
Oh God! I'm like, are you manually removing the limb? I saw that just now. You just like, yeah, I saw my arm off for you, ladies. That's all for you.
All right, man.
All I
if you
need
guys-
is one arm to hold a bitch, and y'all can hold me with the other one. It's fine.
The trolley.
If you guys enjoyed
perverted
this,
the trolley
you want to kill
conundrum
one
so
person or
much.
4 people?
if you guys enjoyed this discourse, you want to send us other things to ponder. Let us
Yeah,
know.
post on the Instagram with your responses to the trolley problem.
Definitely.
And if you're by a Charlie track, please hope that we're not there. You're all fucked.
We may.
No, just Rob. Just get move
yeah.
Jesse out the way,
Especially
'cause
if
Rob is
Rob-
gonna
Rob's gonna
mow
take me on
everything
drift and both tracks, bro.
It's like, wait, how many people can I kill? The biggest number. Let's go.
Let's go. Everybody's catching it.
He's trying to beat his high scores.
Y'all remember that game Carmageddon?
Yes, I do. I love that game.
Oh man, it was like Grand Theft Auto except just the driving part.
Oh yeah, literally.
Do you guys remember that game, State of Emergency? That
Yeah.
shit was ass. That's probably
It was-
Rob's favorite game.
It was.
All you do
Hey.
is kill people. That's literally the whole game.
Oh man, it was like a scaled down version of Grand Theft Auto.
But just
Yeah.
with
I
no
think-
missions.
But I
Nope.
think without
Just
State of
kill people.
Emergency, we wouldn't have gotten Saints Row, and I really do like the Saints Row.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because it
never
makes
played
fun of itself. I think that's why I liked Saints Row too. Yeah, definitely.
guys.
Yo,
The Doctor is black.
what?
Yo.
Wait, hang on. What?
The Doctor is black.
Who?
And a woman.
Ah! Put on tis.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to
Put
get
them
that
gunshots
soundboard.
back in there. Bang, bang, bang.
Things will add in post. Gunshots.
Boom, boom.
No, yeah,
All right, Big Shaq. Yo, we need
like
the Big
it.
Shaq soundboard.
I like it.
The thing goes.
I- Yeah, you guys got to send me the sounds, man.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Oh, yeah,
we'll make that a
definitely.
point
All right, we'll do
next week. We'll
We'll,
be out of town.
we'll put buttons on just for shits and giggles.
But no, black.
That's
woman.
fucking crazy.
That is
So who do
dope.
they? All right. So who do they have playing her?
Well, first they had a woman, like, for the first time in the last season,
doc,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's monumental for it to
Oh, wait,
go
or is
from
this a
woman
guy?
Joe
or-
Martin, by the way.
Oh, it's a guy this time. I thought. I thought
No,
they were.
no,
this
it's a
this
woman.
coming Doctor is a black woman.
black woman.
But it was a woman.
Oh,
It wasn't
a
okay.
woman
Oh,
before
okay.
that.
I thought they were gonna keep going the route with. Okay, so it's a black woman this time.
Yeah. The first woman ever
This
was
is the
like last
incredulity out of
season,
the
and now
non-black
it's a
person.
black woman. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Next is gonna be a Native American lesbian.
No,
Start checking boxes hard out here.
no, not even that. But better
A
yet,
trans Native American lesbian.
no, a trans Native American lesbian midget who has Down syndrome.
That is so many boxes.
I was about to say it, and the next one might be a dog.
All the
but-
boxes
but Rob
checked.
might eat it.
right, he did. Oh my god. Oh man. If you're listening to the pod and you feel like that was offensive, please let us know. And let us know why. All right?
No, yeah, but Doctor Who. So I got in a Doctor Who game kind of late. You know.
Yeah.
Which,
I'm new with the Who.
Which one did I?
It's been going on since the 50s, hasn't it?
It's
Yeah,
a,
no,
it's
it's
a
been forever.
I got into it. So someone told me that you only have to watch post time skip.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can start with the 9th, I think, or the 8th. I don't remember.
I started with the
Might have
dude
to.
who had like just a leather jacket, and I was
Tennant.
like, yeah,
No, I
Or
think
no,
the one
no.
before him. I think.
Yeah, it was just a dude with like a leather jacket, kind of.
That's the dude I started on.
yeah. That
Yeah.
was kind of not the good one. So
Yeah, it was a cool show, but I was like, yeah, this
Yeah.
dude's kind of.
okay, so that particular
Weird,
doctor
but,
wasn't the
yeah.
best, but at least it wasn't all of the weird shit before. So a lot of the older stuff clearing onto was kind of it was a little bit in between. I would have to look to see which one was my favorite. It was the one before the bow tie one that we had.
Bow tie fly.
Yeah,
That scarf is hard.
it looked
It's
good.
iconic.
It looked good. It is iconic.
George Watsky played a benefic rap battles of history.
Oh shit. Yeah, but I mean, like, as far as the, I wouldn't consider myself a Whovian, if you will. If it
that what it's called?
if it behooves you.
No, isn't it a Whovian? Is that Seuss?
Yeah, Whovilles.
Yeah.
People from Whoville.
Okay,
Doctor.
whatever. I just ran with that shit. I wasn't really sure. Who that?
Who Get out of my brain.
I'll
But,
stop myself, man.
But yeah, so from what I was actually hearing before, like, I guess this last season, just motherfucker, if you do not get away from my sweetheart ropes, I see
Don't
you.
roast me.
I see you.
I wasn't trying to be sneaky. I was just trying to be quiet
I see you.
out here, man.
You
That
get
sounded
one.
nasty.
I'm hungry.
You get one with your greedy ass.
I didn't even have one. I have one.
Whose fault is that? You bitch. Oh. You owe me new ropes.
Sweethearts, give
That's
us
what's
the bag.
happening. Okay,
bag
but
of ropes.
but stop! Don't do that. So to get back on topic, so apparently this last season did not do well at all. Like it
Do you
just
think it has something to do with the gender change? I don't watch it, so I don't know.
Okay, hang on.
Hand him the grenade.
So I want to say that it doesn't, and it's just weak writing. But dude, it's kind of hard to tell
Dang.
because we've had even like the shittier seasons they've had for like any doctor they picked. They did not. I don't think they did as bad as this last season.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because I stopped watching it, but I'm trying to remember if there was like any backlash from it being a woman like the first time. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to remember the reaction. Was
There
there?
was. It wasn't
Yeah,
It was backlash before it even started. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was a tough call for them to do that. And at first I was like, you know what? No, let me not do that. Let me try and give it a chance.
Is the doctor's woman is the companion a dude?
I didn't really go that far. I honestly didn't watch the season at
Yeah.
all. If I'm being straight.
What?
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, okay, so hang on. So in my defense, Doctor Who stopped being interesting to me like 2 years ago. I was done with it around that time.
You don't say.
I'm assuming the companion is a dude. I mean, not like I would care, but like people do be tripping on like gender changes and stuff. And it's like,
Exactly.
Well, my only thing is like,
And it's
if,
so weird to get mad at that on Doctor Who. Like, it doesn't change every season. Like, you know?
yeah, my main thing is like, if your writing is strong enough and it works good enough, and the actor you pick fucking kills it, then fuck what anybody else has to say. In my opinion,
100%.
Yeah.
Because everybody was going ham, you know, with the black woman 007 Bond rumor. And he was like, oh my god, you know, but like I can kind of see that it's like James Bond.
It's an alias.
Okay.
It's like,
Yeah.
yo, you know, it's
Well,
like,
If they did it like that, they
Okay,
could
yeah,
be like,
okay,
you know,
well-
I wouldn't be mad, but it's like it's a
Idris Elba for
dude,
Bond.
you know.
Okay, well,
Super facts.
okay, well, so the Bond argument, I would say, since we're getting a little off topic here, I would say the Bond argument. So the problem is there was books written prior to the movies.
Go ahead and dig that hole, bro.
I mean, dude, he's written mail, and even the directors and people who hold the rights even say the same thing. They're like, "Would you ever switch over to female?" It's like it wouldn't be true to the character at all and how it's
James
written.
Bond is a dude. That's fine.
Just
yeah, I get. Fun
He
fact
doesn't
for
have
you.
to be-
Okay, hang on.
But,
So
I do want to say like I don't know if you're getting ready to get there, but I don't think that every single movie was a book. You know?
not every single
No,
one.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I was about to say, fun fact, though. My name is Ian Elliott Carter. As some of you guys are listening, I'm named after the author James Bond, Ian McFellen or Ian Fleming.
Fleming?
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's where my parents got that from. Yeah. So me and my mother actually had this conversation. She's a huge Bond fan. We had this conversation. It wasn't. I agree with the male thing, but
I don't agree with the white thing.
Now I was about to say
I didn't
though,
say color.
I know you did.
no, you're talking about the female.
yeah,
I do
just-
agree with what
just-
you're saying, but when it comes to because there was outrage about Idris Elba.
Oh my
And
God, he'd have been amazing.
He would have been
Bond.
a perfect
Oh,
Bond.
he'd have been
And
perfect.
like what my mom was making the point is James Bond 007 could be an alias. It could be any fucking
It
buddy.
is an alias. The whole point.
007 can be anybody.
Anybody.
Like,
No, James Bond is an alias. The reason Ian Fleming picked the name James Bond is because when he was writing the books, it was the British equivalent of John Smith.
Right.
Yes.
It wasn't because James Bond was a cool name. It was because he knew a million goddamn James Bonds.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So, like, the whole point is it could be anybody.
And honestly, after seeing, I don't know if any of y'all seen The Gentleman that just came out. It's a really good movie.
I have not. That's on the group agenda.
You need to
overall.
see that. It's
You
an
sons of
amazing
bitches
movie.
come with me. You fucking flaked on me at 1917.
Hey,
you will
listen,
not flake with.
I would
flake
watch
with
that
me.
again.
shit
It's
to
really
do,
good.
guy.
But
Okay.
after seeing that movie, honestly, I think the Asian dude, I'm sorry, I forgot his name, is the guy from Crazy Rich Asians. He would
Yeah.
actually be a dope James Bond. That's just
Make
my
everybody
opinion.
Bond, baby.
Okay, yeah. I mean, honestly, like
Bond multiverse.
you know, and on top,
multiverse.
and on top of
Head to
that,
the
it's
Bond
and that's not to say like because even the Bond girls nowadays are even getting better. Like, why don't give me a unique story? You can still keep it 007, but give me you can run off of another character. Like, you can have a strong, independent, completely separate character that has her own story.
Since when are
I'd
Bond
watch-
girls independent, though?
I mean, hey man, the last
You ever watch the
girl-
70s?
the last okay
Every
in the
Bond girl that
70s,
got
yeah.
Casino Royale has had the smoke, though.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
No, yeah.
That's when it got a little bit more
been
progressive. but
really
they were,
good
They
last-
weren't shit in the
yeah,
70s.
the
They're
last
like,
couple
hey,
years.
I'm gonna chop this guy over here. I'm gonna drink this drink and I'm gonna fuck you over there in that corner. That's how it was in the 70s and 80s. I'm Sean Connery, damn it.
Oh yeah, he was wilding.
What's your name? Octopussy doesn't matter.
All I heard was pussy. Ah.
What's that?
No, but
Pussy galore, you don't say.
yeah, I do think that if the point you're making is that new woman stories can be created instead of like inserting them, into this already
Yes, exactly what I was saying.
universe. And it's like, okay, I can see that. I mean, yeah, 007 can be anybody, but does James Bond have to be a dude, or can James Bond be a woman? Certainly 007, that's just
If
like,
we're going the
And I would like to
alias
see-
route,
Yeah.
we can't be judgmental. It could be anything, honestly. I mean,
would
I
like
would.
to see a chick 007 in the James Bond universe where they get to interact with all those things and deal with like the repercussions of
for
James
sure.
Bond having
but like
done all the James
a woman
Bond shit
named
he's done.
James Bond.
No,
No, I mean
definitely not.
James with an I.
I met a man named
Jane
Ashley.
Bond.
It's okay.
James Bond. James with an I, baby. J-A-I.
Jamie Bond.
Jamie Bond.
Oh, God.
We're tricking in the world with
Gross.
this podcast. It's
Gross.
great. Everyone's gonna hate us.
Oh my god.
Okay.
007, give us the bag.
007 give us
Facts.
the bag.
Yeah.
Hey, no, wait, for real. Do you know, real quick, have you guys ever done any of like the reading on how much of an ad James Bond movies are?
Oh yeah.
Like, but I've never known.
This
Like,
is
you
why
can
they
buy-
keep making these movies, bro.
They're just
Hell
long
yeah.
commercials. You can
Yes.
buy everything that James Bond wears at any point in time throughout any, especially
Those
the later
cars,
James Bond
those
movies.
watches.
All of that
Yes.
shit is in GQ.
and they're
Absolutely.
fuck you expensive.
Facts.
Oh, for sure. But there's some rich kid out there like, I want that car, and he'll get it.
Yeah.
Fuck that kid. I hope you flip it.
Like, what do they call you, Darren?
Darren.
Damn, that's
Darren.
really close to
Darren
Darren.
Dershowitz.
Darren Prescott. You're like,
Be a
what?
dog.
Why does that guy sound like a cunt? Why is he trying to say it like James Bond? It's just like,
You pull up in the DB9S, whatever. The Super Legra.
oh god, yeah. But what were you trying to say though? The Grammys? You got completely sidetracked just now.
Segway King.
Speaking
Segway
of diversity,
Oh my god.
Speaking of diversity,
Oh man. So Grammy's so white.
no, really?
Yeah, so I got the Grammys on here. Honestly, man, I love music. I don't really pay attention to the Grammys. I don't really give a fuck. There's been a lot of noise about this Billie Eilish. I swear to God, I have not heard any Billie Eilish music. I
she's
heard
all
the
right.
bad
Really?
guy.
She's all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's soulful. I'll give her that.
One, through Apple Music and tons of Billie Eilish. She's a beast.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say
she's
she's
all
alright.
right.
She kind of like checks a weird box for me. It's like I realize like
Lana Del
That's
Rey.
why I like her. That I like those
Yeah.
artists that check weird boxes.
it's a really
That
weird
you-
box to check. It's like one of those things. Like if you're like, I feel like songs like that are good if you're like in a really weird place.
Yeah.
And you're just like, and it just comes on. You're like, I don't want to change it. I'll just let it ride. Type
So
Seg-
white
shit.
girl,
Segway
you wear
King's,
Ugg boots and
Bro,
sweaters for bands
bro,
you don't
bro,
understand.
bro,
And
bro,
she's
bro.
doing she's actually doing the new Bond theme too.
Yeah, I heard
Well,
about
that's
that.
probably gonna be
Honestly,
It's
man.
probably gonna
So,
be
so
dope.
like, I feel like Billie Eilish is for like edgy white chicks who aren't actually edgy.
Facts.
That's what they think. That's what they think edgy looks
Oh
like.
shit! Put the gunshots back in this. Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, you think Billie Eilish will beat Adele for Skyfall?
No,
No.
nobody
No,
will
I do
ever
not.
beat Adele, bro.
No, I do not. You cannot
You're
touch
trying to
Adele.
trigger me right now.
Not even a
Adele,
little
that's
bit.
my baby right there. I love me some
Boy, you're
Adele.
never too big for Adele.
You said I
Facts.
like it. I like my white women thick.
Hello from the other side. Go ahead.
Of the kitchen.
Oh, you heard that?
Of the kid. We're going to hell.
In a
Noob's
handbasket.
driving the bus.
Wearing gasoline draws.
Jasmine.
Damn it. But no, I can't sit here and say that like I've heard all of Billie Eilish or I'm not a hate, but there's been a lot of hate, and I think that people just have a weird attitude when it comes to like popular music and like
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
there's a lot
It's-
more time spent hating than like actually
Actually trying to
creating or
Yes.
actually
Yeah.
listening or
It's like
Well,
very
that's how you know who's a music fan and who's not,
Right.
though.
exactly, yeah. And it like, and the thing is too, for whatever reason, people like wanted to make it so polarizing. It's like it's fucking art. Like, calm the fuck down.
100%.
Yeah.
Either you like it or you don't. Get off your fucking soapbox.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it just yeah. I mean, but as far as the Grammys go, like, does anybody actually give a shit? Did anybody?
No,
did anybody,
no.
did
I
anybody
think-
watch?
I didn't watch. I don't give a shit, but all I know is apparently Billie Eilish and Lizzo cleaned up and people.
I mean, yeah, good for them. They both did really good last year. I just wanted to say something kind of like what you said a little bit to
Right.
tie into the Grammys. I think we're going into a new culture where it's all about the playlist culture, where like people are not really into the mainstream stuff. I do like Billie Eilish. I do like Lizzo. And a lot of those people that won, they're cool and all, but like a lot of people are just like, okay, yes, these Oscars are rigged. They're white. They're commercial. They're buying all these ads.
Right.
But we're listening to the SoundCloud. We're listening to Spotify. We're listening to the YouTube stuff. It is cool to find those hidden hidden gems right now and put them on your
Exactly.
playlist and share. Like, hey, have you heard this dude from Detroit? Have you heard this guy from Milwaukee? Have you heard this dude from Tampa? You know, I think that's, in my opinion, my circle. We are more into that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
do you think that it would be dope to then have like an award show by like a streaming service?
Yes.
You know?
Actually,
because that's where like
So, you know,
'cause
like
that's where it is. And
Apple, like, so music streaming services are the only services that don't do that. Because all of the other services
It would make
where I like,
so much sense if they did, though.
Facts. All the other services
Yeah.
where I consume media, Crunchyroll, Funimation,
Right.
YouTube, on
Actually,
YouTube
could
Rewind,
you-
that kind of shit. Well, YouTube Rewind is ass now, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
could-
mark my words, the streaming service is gonna do it. Especially all these wars when it comes to like Disney Plus. We got
Yeah.
HBO Max coming.
It's coming down
Yo,
the
It's
line.
coming.
Whose body is ready for HBO Max?
HBO Max is about to kill it.
I don't know. If, I don't know if
Seriously.
I want to spend the money, man.
I
Dog, they
have
got-
already spent the money. It's gone.
They got, dude. They got those DC shows. They got the Boondocks coming back.
Close
They-
enough?
Damn it, man.
What's that?
Close. Do you know close enough?
Nah. What's
So
up?
is that the-
J.J.
oh,
Quincy,
yeah.
dude from regular show is making another
Okay,
show.
okay.
And we found out about like 3 years ago, and it's been a production hell that finally got confirmed. It's coming out on HBO Max. this
And
year.
as a father, I can't wait to show my son all the Looney Tunes. Bro.
Oh,
That's going on
yeah.
there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait,
HBO
wait.
Max might kill Disney Plus.
Are we talking like
Ooh.
all the Looney Tunes?
all the Looney? Maybe
the
not the
racist ones.
blackface one.
Even the racist ones?
Are you
Let's see.
my man?
Let's see if they got the balls. Hey, let's see it.
what article or what streaming service was that? Or it might have been Disney Plus.
Disney
where,
does not want to do what's it called? The what's the one with the how to do
or like the
South?
Steam
Songs of the South. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I saw something where they said like, "Yo, we got like racist content warnings on."
Yeah.
Like, some
Well,
of the-
WB has done that on all their old stuff.
Yes.
Where it says something to the effect of, hey, we know it's racist, but we put it out there to show you that, yes, we fucked up and that we understand it.
Yeah.
what the fuck you just say?
All right, Papa John.
I mean, I like that. Disney just be like, it
happened.
never happened. They do that Jedi mind trick. Everything.
Now watch more Star Wars. Here's the Mandalorian. Look, baby. Look, Baby Yoda.
He said, "This is not the blackface you are looking for."
Oh, my God, dude.
I'm not looking for that.
Did we mention we had the Proud family? Yes. The smart guy.
Oh, man. At some point, I'm going to rewatch Proud Family and see if it was
Yo,
as cringy as
I just
remember.
rewatched Smart Guy. It still holds up, man.
Yeah. That's good to
Still
know.
fun.
So many of those old black sitcoms. I just recently watched all of Keenan and Kel.
Still holds up.
Still holds
I have
up.
that on my drive. It's really good.
It's still good, man. To this day, it really is.
I gotta get back on the Wayne Brothers to see if that holds
Who
up.
loves own soda?
Kel
loves own soda.
Is it true?
Oh, bitch, you got busted.
I did. Ah, fuck.
You failed us.
Yeah, that was the preemptive.
Oh,
jump
here it
into.
goes.
Ah, here it goes.
Oh, man. All right, man. This was a quick one. This is my specific bag. I want to make it a point to give more anime news as these pod things happen, because there's a bunch of stuff that I find out about that I don't know about that gasses me up. Made in Abyss, Dawn of the Deep Soul comes out this year. If you haven't seen, has anyone seen Made in Abyss besides me?
Nah.
Yeah.
Made in Abyss is fuego. It's
Yeah.
long story very short. It's an anime that takes place in this town where there's this deep abyss, it's like a mine shaft or whatever, and crazy shit happens on each level of the shaft, and like these people go down to hunt for like treasures in this shaft and shit.
Dope, man.
And then like the further down you go, the further the surface is, and if you come back up to the surface so fast, you automatically die. It's crazy. But it was like really, really, really good. Like it won a bunch of awards the year it came out, and it looks like the kind of show that was originally a video game, right? And they just turned it into an anime. But now it's getting to season 2, and the movie's coming out, so it's about to be real dope.
That's dope, man.
Hell yeah, dog. We'll probably do a watch party for that shit at some point. That might be worth.
Yeah, I'm down
That
for
might
that.
be worth some reaction vids.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to derail it, but we got to start doing some of this shit. We say we're gonna do a lot of shit. We
do say we're gonna do a
we're
lot
gonna
of
do
shit.
this on the pod. We're gonna go to. Hey, we gotta start doing some of this shit.
Nah,
okay.
you're good.
Because
You're good.
I'm taking a lot of notes.
Hey, take the notes. Hold me accountable, baby.
Take it. Yeah, no, we got it.
So we gotta
I was gonna stream Kingdom Hearts on Twitch last weekend, and I set everything up. And then I'm playing on max difficulty. I'm playing on proud with all the modifiers
you're just getting your
on,
fucking lunch
and I
ate?
got my fucking lunch destroyed, bro. Like I couldn't beat the first boss until like the third or fourth time I played, because like I've got health slip on, I've got like max damage, I've got cure turned off, I've got HP items off the ground turned off, I've got the ability to use items turned off, I've got the ability for other people to heal me turned off. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really playing on no fucking around, and oh my god, I thought they might have still been fucking around, and they're not. It's not.
Man, that is like suffocating. Like,
So, like, I've beaten every Kingdom Hearts game on maximum difficulty. That's how I play. Critical mode, proud mode, whatever the hardest difficulty is, that's where I showed up. So when
Till
I
now.
beat this last one, I beat it on proud, because proud was the hardest mode. And they were like, well, now let's wait a year. Now play on critical and start the game over. And it's even harder because you get used to playing with all your extra abilities and shit. My character, like my Sora on my regular proud mode file is level 60, and he's God. He's God at level 60. I don't heal. I don't remember the last time I healed in a fight. I just run up and eat lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I show up, the characters run. But we will start doing some stuff. I'm sorry.
No. I just wanted to light the fire under us.
Okay.
Oh,
We
definitely.
got it. I believe in us.
The next one, Higurashi no Nakamura ni When They Cry is coming back, which is pretty dope. If you like horror anime or horror movies at all, this is an OG.
Yeah, that's the only one I think I might have glossed over.
We
I think,
watched
a
this,
little bit.
well, D-Truth and I watched bits of this in anime club in college. If you like blood, if you like guts, if you like gore, it's really, really good. Dub and sub available on Hulu, I believe.
So are we thinking like levels of like,
Oh, this is a blast.
so like levels of horribleness. Are we talking like Parasite bad, or are we talking Corpse Party bad?
Okay, so Corpse Party isn't bad.
It's moderate.
It's not that
That's
bad.
that's why I put those
Corpse
two in
Party's
there.
not that bad. And Parasite is only bad because of the body horror, not because of the gore. If the body
True.
parts weren't stretching into other body parts,
Right,
it
right.
wouldn't be that bad. The opening scene in Higurashi is someone beating the fuck out of somebody with a steel bat. And you don't see the body, you just hear the sound of bat hitting body meat.
yeah.
And then you see like the shadow of this dude swinging a bat as it's like displayed on the ceiling. You
Holy
see blood
crap.
on the ceiling. It's really, really badass.
Wow.
Low quality. It's not going to be 1080. It might be 720 if we're lucky.
It won't be. It won't be.
It might be 480 interlace.
Yeah, it won't be.
You know?
Yeah, it won't be dressed up in 4K. Yeah.
You know, but the classic one's good. Definitely take a chance to watch the classic one before we get the new one hyped up.
Okay. Cool.
right.
Cool. Got that on the agenda for show.
Okay,
Yo, we need to start adding some music for some of these segments.
we do.
Yeah.
we do. I pick some anime type music.
Yeah.
Have it playing in the background. Shouldn't be too
We'll
hard.
get the Smash theme.
Yeah.
Na, 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 na. Oh, speaking of Smash,
Oh, shit.
Byleth tonight. I got the Fighters Pass. I got the new Fighters Pass that came out where you could buy it for the next 6 characters or 5 characters. So I copped that already because it's a discount right now. If you're looking for it, I think until mid-February or something, if I'm not mistaken, it's cheaper. Go ahead and cop it. You know you want it.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh man, it was pretty.
I mean, there's a
funny.
lot that's come out
think,
for it.
Yeah, so Izzy sent me like the character reveal video or whatever. I watched it. I was like, all right, cool. Fire Emblem. And it was really funny.
It's
because
pretty fucking fire, man.
but in the video, they kind of like made fun of like. I was like, oh shit, there's more swordsmen in the game, because it's like
Everyone's
like
got a sword.
55 billion swordsmen in the
Yeah.
game. It's like, oh yeah, you're
He was
another
like,
one,
great,
huh?
another fucking swordman, which means another asshole character that counters. Awesome.
I think Byleth does have a counter, but he sword, axe, bow, spear. It's going ham.
Word.
So I only run characters I like personally. Like I've played their games and I enjoy their character from Smash.
Right,
That's
yeah.
the only. So Ike, Byleth, Bayonetta, Joker. Lots of JRPGs. You know what I'm saying? Inkling, Samus. I'm really happy to have somebody who's got some range in the roster of people I fuck with. That I can put some effort into learning to play. I'll be playing that tonight.
So what time are we gonna?
I think it goes live at 8.
So
An hour and a half ago. Whoa! It's before Nerds One Podcast.
That's
Good
your.
job, man.
What's that? Oh, Andy's leaving. Andy's gone. All right.
No, we're definitely gonna play a few games.
Yeah.
Nerds.
But yeah. What about it?
Sorry, I sneezed. Sorry.
Yeah, but so we also had another thing on there too as well. Fucking Stadia.
Whack.
Yeah.
Anyways, about this Ninja deal.
No, you're right.
That was funny.
Stadia. Fuck that shit. Next.
I do like the commercials.
All right, well, fuck it then. If y'all gonna say fuck it then, fuck it then.
Oh yeah.
Fuck it then.
Yeah.
Stadia's whack.
Yeah.
All right,
it's not great.
it's not great. But this Ninja meal, this Ninja deal,
This ninja meal.
I'm hungry. Shut up. I'm so hungry. That's why I'm eating these horrible sleep tarts rubs. These things are ass.
So, man, he's getting the bag.
The entire bag.
Bruh, I mean, like, okay, so hang on. So you know what I find really funny? This is the first instance of us seeing an online personality switching over to another service to pretty much prove a point.
To prove a point. The point was I need the bag.
No. Well, I mean, hey, listen, get the sack. Get you know what I mean. Secure the bag.
The sack.
The sack.
How is that so much worse?
Secure.
Arrest the satchel.
You know. Acquire the currency. You know what I mean.
Disregard females, acquire currency.
It's getting Caucasian
But
by the
by all
second.
means,
Require the currency. That was a good one.
there you go. But by all means, get your money, get that cheddar. But at the same time, it's like this shows if a personality switches mediums, is it really the medium that they're in, or is it the personality that really brings it there?
100%. Like every personality, every content creator is definitely advantaged by cultivating their own fan base, and then you can take that fan base to anywhere and get any bag, and hopefully, we can do that one day,
Precisely.
So I mean, it's always good news. I love it when I see people get money because when one person gets money, there's more opportunities for everybody.
That's real, man. That's real.
It's definitely one of those things. It's like you may not be eating at my table, but that doesn't mean I still don't want to watch. I don't want to see you eat at the end of the day.
For sure.
And I mean, and you have everybody going back and forth about which is better. Is it Twitch? Is it YouTube? Is it Mixer? Is it whatever? It's like
Whatever works for you, man.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, whatever works. Like if you got something going on and you're just like, I love this platform because they do this, and this for me, and fuck that platform because they do all of this other crazy shit. Whatever, do what you got to do. But I mean, I feel like it goes from personality to personality. If you have like a relatively light, clean image and everything else, you'll be welcome just about anywhere. If you do things a little bit more edgy, you kind of have to be careful of what you say, what you do, where you go. There's something for everybody.
That's why we're posting all of these on Pornhub.
I mean, why not?
Pornhub, give us the bag.
Bruh.
Give us a bag.
Bruh, you think it's you know what?
That'd be a heck of a sponsor.
Actually, sure. I would wear that shirt.
Pornhub and DildoKing.de.
I would wear that shirt and that hat with pride. Have that shit as my ringtone from now.
Is that the Pornhub jingle?
I really don't remember.
No. Hold on. Hey. After this, we're gonna check. We're gonna fact check to see if that's the Pornhub jingle.
But I would say at the end of the day, I mean, hey, listen, I'm happy for Mans. Like, dude, he's got his own avatar in freaking Fortnite now. Do you know how crazy that shit is?
Homie is Fortnite.
He has
so I
his
don't think
own
would've blown
Fortnite
up without
skin.
the support.
How do you know you've made it when your ass is in a video game? Done.
talk, yeah.
There it is.
I don't know, man. I don't think Fortnite would have made it without the support of its creators.
I don't think so either.
It's not the best game. It's just really accessible, and I think we've had this conversation before.
Well, I think the reason why it's stuck around so long is because, if you're watching your kid play like any kind of battle royale game at the end of the day, that's probably the most acceptable because you're not watching someone's whole head explode or anything crazy like that. None of that madness.
I just want to go on record and say I hate fucking Fortnite. And here's why. I'm a father, and I just see those 3 damn dances every day.
Oh,
Remember,
my
our generation,
God.
we created new dances. We did, we did the Soldier Boy. We whipped and nay-nayed, whatever
might
we
have dug
did.
you once or twice.
We lean with it and rock
Yeah,
with it.
we
and all
walk-
that.
we
walk it out. Walk it
Yeah.
out. These kids been doing this
The floss.
the floss or whatever they're
floss.
doing
Orange
for 3
Justice.
years straight. They haven't changed it up.
But
Yeah.
they're doing the shoot. Isn't that kind of new?
The shoot is new.
Doing
Shoot is new.
doing
Also, Fortnite keeps housing dances from people. In
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
Carlton's pissed.
Hell
he
yeah.
didn't like that.
He's suing like a motherfucker right now.
Jam
He's
has
still-
a really good video on whether or not people should be able to sue for those dances.
Yeah, can you
Copyright
copyright a dance?
You know, that's tough. I think you should be able to.
So like the rule says something to the effect of that if it's a dance in a fictional medium, it's got to be pertinent to that character's expression of themselves.
Usually, I'd probably disagree that you can patent a dance because obviously a lot of people just create stuff up at the top of the head. But Carlton definitely, that's
yeah.
So
his.
Carlton's not even the first person to do
Yeah.
that dance though.
No, he's not.
But he definitely
gotta
he
like
made
Eddie
it
Murphy,
his.
but
He
he
made
made
it
it pop.
his.
He actually who did it before
I
him?
thought it was Eddie Murphy, wasn't it?
No, I don't think
It was
so.
probably
I-
someone in the 80s or
yeah, I would say it was
60s.
somebody like a little bit older than that. But I
Yeah.
mean, let's be honest, that person's dead. They don't need that money. That's fine.
Carlton definitely needs it.
Alfonso Ribeiro.
I love him.
Carlton is
I love-
alive and
he's-
well.
Nah, he's making that Fresh Prince check still.
yeah,
they
Dancing with the
keep
Stars,
playing
Dancing
that.
with the Stars
that
money.
shit ain't never going away.
Exactly.
They need to give
Unless
my
you
dog
like fuck
Turk
with
from Scrubs the money for his dance.
Holy
That's what they need to
shit,
do.
that's right. Yeah, because I mean, when was the last time you saw him doing anything?
I don't know. Donald Faison,
I don't know.
If you got the bag, give us the bag.
We-
if you
we
don't
did-
got the bag, we hope you get the bag so you can give us the bag.
Godspeed.
I just
sir.
showed my
Godspeed.
son Remember the Titans the other day, man.
Word.
Faison, remember the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that puts the black power fist in there. He's like, put your damn hand down. You think football's fun? That's one of my favorite parts.
Oh my god, dog. You think? All right, man.
All right.
On to a more somber note. D-Truth, what's up, dog?
Yo, so we heard about a tragedy. One of the biggest tragedies that I can recall in recent memory, passing of Kobe Bean Bryant, helicopter crash. Man, I think like this. I had never been like affected by celebrity deaths. Like,
right.
There have been people who've gone there. Like I care, about just about anybody who passed, especially if they had some impact on my life and my childhood. But like, I don't think that there has been anything like to this level, like of Kobe Bryant, like an icon, a legend, and nothing to this degree. Like I can't believe that it actually happened. Like I feel like what really pisses me off is because like in like the barbershop talks and stuff, you'd be like, oh, who's the greatest? Is it Mike? Is it LeBron? And I was definitely a Kobe hater. I mean, like, he wasn't the man, on those first 3 chips, and he only got 1 MVP. They ain't cheat him, and he's not that great. I spent like so much time like arguing that and not really like appreciating to the fullest like everything that he did, like all the clutch shots and all the Mamba mentality and all of that. And it's just like, yeah, that really puts everything into perspective. Like you gotta enjoy instead of hate.
Yeah, I mean, because I was definitely on like early on when I was still like fucking with basketball. I was definitely on the fuck the Lakers like team like all day. It was just like pretty much, yeah. We're just like
teams who win all the time.
Yeah, I mean, and I guess that kind of is like the hating ass mentality where you're just like, it's like what is it? They call it Patriot syndrome now, where it's like you can't stand to watch them play because they're gonna win. What's the point of watching the Super Bowl? They're just gonna fucking win the shit, But at the same time, it's like I agree with what you were saying as well. It's like you get to the point where you've seen what he's done for the game, you've seen what he's done for the community. You kind of look past that, but I feel like a lot of people were. I don't know, man, like that old hate and bringing up old shit as well. Like that kind of...
It kind of got me fired up, man, a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
I stayed off the internet from that. Like I've seen people, have the conversations like, oh, it's complicated. You can hate them and love them and all of this. I'm like, I'm not even.
This shit hasn't come up in like a decade, 12 years, something like that. And the first article I see online is, it's never too late to talk about it. No, bitch, look, y'all weren't even this mad when the shit happens. Don't be that fucking guy in order to drive views to your shit.
Yeah, real talk. I just want to mention too, like as a father, it's heartbreaking to see a legend, somebody that we all, every time we shot at Kobe, real talk, every time, he was an icon 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. So he was a living legend. We got to wrap our legends, by the way. So Elton John and Stevie Wonder, let's put them in bubble wrap because,
seriously,
all of them die young. It's crazy. But I just want to say though, like as a father, seeing that story, his daughter dying with him, like all I can see in my head, and it makes me tear up just thinking about it, is him looking at his daughter, probably giving her one last hug as they go down. That's the saddest thing ever.
Yeah.
As a father and as, people just look up to this dude. He created so many, he motivated so many athletes in high school, middle school, college. I want to be like Kobe. Yeah. Generations want to be like Mike. A lot of people wanted to be like Kobe. Now the younger ones want to be like LeBron and stuff like that. It's just sad to see that as a family man. And there's this lady that just lost a husband and a daughter. Yeah. And these daughters done lost a sister and a father. And that's why it kind of pisses me off when I see those articles like, oh, let's bring up the old rape shit that happened 10 years ago.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
on.
and that's and that's like the really shitty thing about media sometimes right about now. It's like, man, like
anything for clicks, man.
Anything for clicks, anything for that, like, even they were saying like people were like really fucking ripping into TMZ because they released that shit before the bodies are even cold,
straight
before they even released anything.
That disrespectful?
Well, if I don't know, what do you think?
For them to have found out, moms has to know, right? 'Cause his wife and family have to know.
I mean, I guess you would think.
I mean,
I don't
so
know
like-
what the protocol is.
But emergency
you know.
services is calling your next of kin.
I would say it's a
And
little
so,
different.
like-
Go
so, like,
ahead, I'm
on an
finished.
airplane, right? On an airplane, the manifest is public knowledge.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right, and there's people that know where the airplane is, that know who to contact in the event of emergency.
Through said
and this is like
manifest.
private charter. It's not like we flew American Airlines. It's
Yeah.
you were going to pick Kobe Bryant and his family up, and you're going to the basketball game. So the first thing that happened was she got a phone call.
Because I think I think TMZ released a story. I think was correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think it was
the first person that I saw.
literally I think it was literally 6 hours after it happened.
Yeah, but like
By then, emergency service hadn't confirmed anything at that point.
Yeah.
There was nothing in the works at all.
I heard that TMZ released it, before the family knew. I mean, I don't know if that is even true. I mean, there have been so many conflicting reports. They said like Rick Fox was on the plane and he died, and
Yeah, like all sorts of
they've been
outlandish shit
saying,
on
like, a
there.
bunch of, like-
Yeah, but that wasn't TMZ. That was other. That
But
was
yeah,
other
just-
media.
yeah.
Yeah, and that was a really fucked up thing too. It's like everybody wanted to get to the story first because they were just like releasing fucking outlandish shit. Like I think they were saying I forget which one it was, which one of the websites it was, but they were like saying it was Kobe, but they were showing footage of LeBron James for some reason. So it had a bunch of other people fucked up on that because they didn't know who they were talking about. They were just like, is it LeBron or is it Kobe? What the fuck is going on right now? Like it just.
Well, I know it was like fresh off of him like presenting LeBron with something or like passing the torch about
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
the day
I think,
before.
I think LeBron very recently. I think he passed Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, that's what it
in
was.
Yeah.
career points. And I think Kobe's last tweet was congratulating LeBron on that. It was like, yo, moving the game forward.
How do you think
respect,
LeBron feels about that? Like that's
yeah, he
literally his
posted
last-
something recently. He was like, "Yo, man, I talked to Kobe." Like he said, he talked to Kobe like last week or
That's
earlier this
crazy.
week or something like that. He was like, "Yeah, I had no fucking idea it'd be the last time we spoke."
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
It's a chill ass conversation. You know?
And it is kind of crazy because I remember the last interview that he did talking about the helicopter. The whole thing, like the whole reasoning behind it was because he wanted more family time. That was the only reason. The whole mindset was he wanted to get in, do what he had to do, practice, all the other bullshit, and cut that travel time down. I think it's like 15 minutes. It's like a 15-minute ride to get from the helipad to the training center he was going to. And that was just the whole thing was to spend more time and everything else, all this stuff. And so he could go home, pick up the kids from school, all that other stuff. It was all for family time. And I think that was what was really tragic about the whole thing. Because, of course, it's a little unsafe. I mean, naturally anything like that, could go wrong. But at the same time, it's just like, fuck, man. Like,
Yeah.
I had a Lakers jersey. I had a personalized Lakers jersey growing up. I mean, I wasn't like, I was a Bulls fan hard, but I had love. Like I had like the Kobe with the Da Vinci.
Oh
man
yeah,
poster.
I remember that.
That's a
Like
good
I had
one.
Kobe courtside, like the video games, and for 64. Like, bro, like Kobe rap. And like
Kobe
he was
did.
like,
Oh, yeah,
that's
he was,
right.
I forgot
but, like,
Kobe rap.
Kobe right. A lot better than Shaq.
Although Shaq is a surprisingly good DJ.
I believe
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah,
Have you heard any of Shaq's sets?
He's doing
yeah.
like
He's
that.
got hip hop knowledge, so I
Jeez.
believe it.
Yeah, DJ
Yeah.
Diesel.
he's got
DJ
a
Diesel.
he's got a
He's got a show in Miami.
Yeah, he's
Or-
got a like I thought he was trying to.
Isn't that this weekend?
Could be.
It's either this weekend or it's the last weekend in February.
Yeah,
One
I
of the
can't really. I think he was even trying to like get like his own festival going too.
two. No,
which-
that's what's going on. It's like
Oh,
it's
is
like
that
a-
what it is?
It's like
Okay.
a carnival or something.
I would
Yeah,
love it.
Shaq is the head.
I would
He-
love to check that
he
out.
for sure dead
send you
ass
the
would
link.
sell that. Yeah,
he
for
Put it on the
sure.
list.
Back another one on the list.
Yeah. But rest in peace to Kobe, like a
Real shit.
legend, and I know they canceled the Lakers and the Clippers game. There was one scheduled, they got to postpone that. Bronze torn up. Lakers doing pretty good. Hopefully they bring home the shit for Kobe. I'm not
Yeah.
even
Hell yeah.
like a Lakers fan, but
But nah, this is the year to hold it the fuck down.
Yeah,
sure,
I would
for
say to this is the year to bring it for sure. Definitely.
Thoughts?
Legends never die. That's all I got to say about that, man.
No, they
That
do
legend,
not.
icon, whatever you want to call him, he will always live on forever.
Immortalized in the world. And
100%.
Facts.
Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
Rest in peace.
rest in peace.
For sure, for sure. So
Well,
this-
speaking of other sport news as well.
Great segue.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. I know. Thanks.
did the best we could.
Heaviest fucking thing ever. Like, well, in other news.
Whoa.
But so has anybody amped for the Super Bowl
No.
coming up?
Only for Patrick Mahomes to break the Madden curse.
Yeah. I'm not even about to
Oh,
watch
yeah,
it
that's
though. I just
right,
want
you
to
had
know
said
Monday
that.
if it happened
Yeah.
or not.
No, I don't know. I'm probably gonna watch it just because. I mean,
You gonna watch it, bro?
There's a Super
Fuck
Bowl
outta
party
here.
at my homie's house. We may go do that.
I mean, let's
Only
be,
because that homie cooks well.
exactly. I was gonna say, let's be honest. It's just another reason to get drunk and watch bad TV.
I don't even get to get drunk. I got to be at work at Dick AM.
Yeah. Let's get
come
this.
on, man.
Let's get these
Am I
chicken
off
wings.
Monday?
that's Super Bowl.
Oh, you haven't been over here for chicken.
Oh, I mean, damn. I just said chicken. He's like, chicken? The magic words? I was like, well, so yeah, I would love to thank you for
something
offering.
clicked.
Yeah. Now that I know that he
I'm
lives here, I
known
got
for
to
the
check to
chicken
see if
wings.
it's chicken or cat or dog. I ain't know.
You can come over while we cooking them. You
I
can see
swear,
what we're
Okay,
cooking.
bet.
I swear
There'll
it's
be little
all
cat
it's
wings.
all it's all bird.
Cat wings.
Cat wings, motherfucker.
No, I'm known for the chicken
Eli
wings. That's
wings.
why. But yeah, if we do something at the crib, we'll definitely let you know.
Let's do it, bro.
Yeah, we definitely could throw it down in the wing department. Shit gets down over here. It's
Sounds
really
good,
good.
Just let Rob cook the wings. We won't be here.
Oh
Until late at night.
yeah, prepare
Prep.
yourself.
Oh God,
going
That
down.
sounds
It'll be
good,
so raw
bro.
in the middle.
Shut the fuck up.
So
No, there
down,
won't
man.
be.
Chiefs 49ers Super Bowl. It'll happen. I'll watch. I haven't really been watching.
49ers gonna take it.
I don't think so.
You going for the Chiefs?
I don't think so. We putting money. Are we doing that?
Are we?
Oh, you want to put a 20 spot on it?
Dang.
Money.
I don't know.
Don't put any money on it.
my-
Put a slap in the face.
My big mouth got me in trouble. Shit. Damn.
Whoever loses got to get slapped in the face.
Slapped
on
in
the
the
other
face?
person's channel.
Why don't we do the gay thing? Shit, slap me on the ass. Fuck it.
Hey, one butt cheek,
One butt
nerds.
cheek. Pop, pop, pop.
one sexual harassment charge.
Oh my god! Not
This
even.
is not a safe.
Actually, you know what? That's why you want.
accepting.
If you want to ante up on that, give him a dirty Sanchez. Fuck that. Go for it.
All
Why
right.
is everything gross with you?
Why not?
You know, in honor of your bullshit, just do the Florida man story. Dude, bro.
Come on.
Segway King. Segway King. That was nice.
That was a good segue.
It
Yeah.
was good. It was good. It was good.
I like that.
Florida man gets a dirty chance raise from losing
it's-
the Super Bowl bet.
It's so much worse
Crazy.
than that.
You ain't
So
gonna get
much
me.
worse.
I ain't taking that bet. Shit.
All right, so my favorite segment, it's the thing that I do. I enjoy it very much, which is Florida Man of the Week.
Loud,
Florida.
howling me.
Florida, they calling me. Said Flo Rida.
Skate, skate.
All right, so if you can believe it, we actually have a reoccurring story / subject. Do you guys remember whenever I was doing Florida Man of the Year? I was going down the list all the way down.
Sure.
So do y'all remember the Easter Bunny that was whooping that dude's ass in the street?
Oh, classic. Dude. Classic.
Bruh, he is back in the fucking news again.
Look at it.
Rap that.
Was he in an outfit or?
No, like okay.
rabbit.
So here I'll be able to show you right here. So, dead ass, this man was in an Easter Bunny
Yeah,
outfit.
I saw that video.
Whooping this dude's ass in the street. Like, if I remember correctly, all he did, like, I think the other guy had like assaulted some chick, and
Yeah.
the dude was like not having it, and then like gave him the fucking hands.
Hippity hop, calling the cops.
Hippity hoppity, get off my property.
Not on Easter.
But so basically, it had gone viral last year. You know, the whole thing just dressed as the Easter Bunny, if you can imagine, White Rabbit, just giving this dude the hands.
Go ask Alice.
Go ask.
Jefferson Starship would be proud.
But you know, at the time, he was trying to avoid a hit and run arrest with the authorities, because I guess they were just like, I guess the winner has to go to jail, apparently.
What do you win? 2 tickets. to jail.
But yeah, so we finally have a face and a name. Yeah, we finally have a face. Find my eggs. I got my bail money in it. But so we finally have a name and a face to go. All right, so the rule is everybody has to guess.
He's white.
Where is this coming from?
Polk County.
Wait, hang on.
Manatee County.
Hang on. All right, so the rule is with this: where is it coming from, and if he's black or white. So
What
everybody.
ethnicity? He cannot
Well, I
be
guess
either.
there are other races.
There are others.
Okay, sorry. All right. So guess what ethnicity is. There we go. So all right. So D.
Indonesian, Polk County.
All right. Fucking weirdo.
Manatee white guy.
Manatee. What manatee white guy? What are you thinking?
Okay, so
You're new to the space.
I'm
so
new to
you
this
can
space,
pick
but
a city.
I do recognize what manatee is. It's been on a lot of Florida Man headlines.
Hey.
So I'm gonna go with manatee as well, and I thought black. I mean, I thought white. It sounds like a meth thing. But a meth thing. I'm gonna go with black though on this one, just because he looked like he had those hands, like boxer hands.
Okay, word. Okay,
Yeah.
word. All right, so Antoine McDonald.
Oh, he's black.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
he's black.
Oh, black as fuck.
Fuck.
Black in that purple Kool-Aid, bro.
Oh,
All right, so Antoine McDonald,
water-
21.
let me see.
So as you can see,
Oh, Antoine black
Oh,
as hell.
Antoine
he got
black as
the,
hell.
He got the dreads.
do you see the hair
Oh, yeah, he
too?
black,
yeah.
he black.
Black-
God damn.
Black-
He got slave feet.
He said he got slave feet.
Oh, my God.
Are you, you're light skinned. Can you say that?
Barely.
Barely. All right, so
Yeah.
Antoine McDonald, 21, drove his motorcycle through a stop sign and crashed into a carport. You're fucking terrible. You're fucking terrible. As you headbutt the mic. Get it.
D-Troop is dead,
D-
guys.
You good, bro?
D, get it together, man. All right, get it together. All right, so he drove his motorcycle through a stop sign and crashed into a carport, which, damn, you fucking up. Which collapsed and damaged the car. And before he fled the scene on the 16th of January, Florida Highway Patrol said when deputies responded, neighbors said he had spotted McDonald limping across the yard. The Orlando Sentinel, which, you're welcome for the free press, reported citing an arrest report. Deputies went to McDonald's home and saw a gray car leaving the driveway. Basically, they discovered McDonald wearing the bunny costume in the back seat.
He still has that on him.
He still has it on. Apparently, he was like, fuck it, I went viral, I'm just going to go for it. But in the backseat, reports said the deputies told McDonald to remove the costume before arresting him, obviously. But the 21-year-old maintained his innocence. He said, I wasn't in any crash. I'm the Orlando Easter Bunny. Google it. First
I'm a
off,
hero, damn it.
First off, who in the actual fuck tells the cops, Google me, bitch? Like, are you for real? Like,
Florida man.
bro, you're about to get arrested and you're in a bunny suit looking like a crazy person. Yeah. But McDonald told deputies, according to the report, shortly thereafter, for obvious reasons, he was booked at Seminole County Jail and charged with leaving the scene of a crash.
Wow.
Like, my dude, are you for real? Like, okay, so on a side note, I do appreciate him defending the young lady in the streets.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, but that's cool. But, bro,
What?
like, are you really trying to lean into this Easter Bunny shit?
It sounded like he was trying to one up his first thing.
Like,
He's
for
like,
real.
what can get the better headline?
Yeah, you're
You know?
like, what would possibly get me out of this? I know they'll know I'm the Orlando Easter Bunny. That'll get him off the scent. That'll
What
make him
county-
say
What county was it?
Seminole, right? Yeah.
Seminole County. Yeah, so you guys weren't really right on the on where it was at specifically, but yeah, you got it right, black for sure.
Oh, for sure.
black.
Only because of the way he was fighting. I was like, yo, he grew
Yeah.
up somewhere where we had to fight a
That
lot.
is that is true. You see a cat throwing hands like that, and you're just kind of like, that dude's been through some
He's
shit.
either black or like Irish. Like, hey, let's go for another blarney.
How does that make you feel, dude?
if
Blarney.
anybody could see how hard I'm staring at this man right now,
Said another Blarney.
another fucking Blarney.
Sorry, I don't know the terms. That was a little racist. I apologize.
He's like, I know I'm trying to be racist, but I don't know where to go, so I'm just gonna go the first thing I think of.
go for
Blarney.
It's like level one.
Hey,
It's
listen,
like the
if-
tutorial.
I'm just
Listen, if it means anything, Lucky
Plus
Charms
it
is
hates
my
a
favorite cereal.
Blarney.
Why?
I'm sorry, what were you trying to say?
I said, if it means anything, Lucky Charms was my favorite cereal.
Oh,
Lucky
you
Charms is that
motherfucker.
here. Next to Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
What's like you're like, oh, my favorite meal is shepherd's pie. Just like Kron used to make.
I'm not gonna lie though. Florida talk here. Melbourne, Florida. Meg O'Malley's give us the bag. They have a great shepherd's pie, mac and cheese. Yeah, it's
That's a lot of starch.
It is.
That is that
It
is
is.
heavy,
It is.
dog.
It is, but it's
and that's me saying that. That is heavy.
Look at him.
Wow.
Look at him.
Meg O'Malley's give us a bag.
I'm about it though. I'm about it. That actually sounds pretty fire. I'm
He said
about
that's
that.
him.
All right, we've been talking forever.
All right,
I
man,
ain't
let's
gonna
wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
You want to talk about tracking students and
All right, let's hit these tracking students and then let's cover one last thing and get out of here, man. The short of it is, dog, they watching you.
they is though.
Like, yeah.
They be watching us.
They call them. Nah, man. So there are a couple of schools out here. intentionally like mandating that they install location tracking apps on students' phones.
Oh hell no.
To be able to see air quotes on this, to be able to see
Air quotes.
whether students are in class.
Word.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a spinoff of a Chinese concept. There are schools in
Shocker.
China. You want to come again with that racism?
Oh,
What do you mean?
I'm
Nope,
kidding. I'm
it's
kidding.
not racism.
It's a totalitarian
it's
government.
communism.
There we go.
Well,
No,
and to be fair, there's a lot of Chinese people.
You gotta keep track
a
of them.
lot. Yeah. No, they
In
do
China,
it.
they have
See, you know
smart
what's hilarious
uniforms.
is I say that you go racism and he fucking one ups me as he does it.
That's not racist.
It's like
I was
like,
walking back to racism comment.
population
And he's like-
density statistics. That's not racist
dude,
at all.
you might as well.
Facts.
The coronavirus is really just natural selection. Whoa! You might as well have led with that. You
Bang, bang, bang.
A bang, bang, a bang,
shots
bang,
off the forward bow.
Oh my god! Oh, that's the nuclear option.
bang. Oh, man.
Holy shit! Is it?
Apparently, though, it's the University of Missouri. Students won't be given a choice.
Missouri?
According to the Kansas City Star.
Weird.
Right. And apparently, when students won't be given a choice, and then they walked it back a little bit and said it's only athletes that will be required to use the app. But it's dozens of schools, man.
Well, let me defend that a
Nearly
little bit.
40 schools.
Yeah.
I'll defend that a little bit. China does really good in test scores. They might know what they're talking about.
Happens when you go to school 6 days a
As you
week,
just
and
lean
are
back into it.
That's a compliment.
All right. I mean, okay, so, all right. So I say, as far as athletes, I'm leaning towards it a little bit.
Nope. Fuck you.
No?
Ooh.
Nah,
Nah. Hell no.
because
You already don't make any
once
money.
it starts there, that's the whole.
Is it gonna be where
that's
does
the
it end
whole thing
argument?
With that's the whole thing with privacy. I mean, it is where does it end, because once we have started to accept these lower standards of privacy,
Hashtag
because
Patriot Act.
that's how we got here,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we got here by
You give up a little freedom because you're scared.
allowing our data to be used in all these ways, and we're getting all this free stuff, but it's not really free. And like
paying for it.
we're continuing to allow the
Hashtag
privacy
freedom's not free.
encroachment to continue to
Freedom's not
occur.
free.
And it's gonna be athletes, and it's gonna be like, oh well, we do it for athletes. Why not do it for everybody else?
Well, okay, so see where that is, let's be honest. Like, if it's just athletes, I can kind of see where they would just kind of like sidestep and be like, all right, well, that just proves a point. Motherfucker, show up to class. This isn't a free ride. You're not paying teachers. You're not
But
paying
it
other students
is
to do shit.
exactly a free ride.
No,
You're
no,
being
no, no.
exploited.
You're here for scholastic reasons.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're there to play ball. Do you know how many FSU students we sat next to that were damn sure not to be in the class, not supposed to be in the classes they were in?
There are
I do.
certainly some
do.
who are not, for sure.
Right.
Like they just go to college because the league mandates that they go to college.
Wait, hang on. So hang on. So your opinion is, even if they're there, they're there to play ball, play sport. They're not there to basically fulfill the function of a university.
They're not there to be tracked and treated like property, bro. You're already being exploited. You already can't work a job. How many athletes did you and I know?
Wait,
in
hang
Tallahassee?
on. Aren't they changing that shit with like? I think LA had already passed a thing where college students are getting paid now.
Not enough.
Yeah.
What's
So-
enough?
Not enough.
They're
getting paid.
It's $1 billion industry,
So-
bro. Progress is good, but you
I-
can't stop because progress is made.
I don't think that they're getting paid. I think they're being allowed to make money off their likeness. They're not even
Like
getting
sponsorships
paid
and
by
shit.
like the school. They're
Which is
just
bananas.
being allowed to like accept endorsements and like stuff like that.
Which is crazy. You know how
Which
much
is
money
weird
that
because
is,
you're an
dog?
adult.
I
You know how
think-
many? You know
I
how
think
many?
you both
You know
actually
how many
make good
NCAA
points.
games there have been where you haven't gotten a dime? Look, that's me. I'm number 23. These are my stats. I am exactly 97 fast. It's me. I promise.
And
It should have been 98, but whatever.
And coaches
I
are
had a
getting
bad
paid
day that
millions
day.
of dollars, and
That's a good point.
We're not
Like,
saying
schools are
kids
generating,
need
like-
millions of dollars, right?
Yeah.
But you definitely should get a free ride. You should definitely. It
See,
should,
this-
it should
I-
be,
I guess
it
I
should be like
disagree with
working
that
a
a little bit.
40-hour job, and you should at least get to keep your fucking privacy.
See, so I think you're both making great points. Like a lot of the pressure on the athletics and stuff like that. And it's a very, very lucrative business when it comes to that. So I agree with that. Maybe they do need some reimbursement a little bit. It's college, bruh. At the end of the day, you gotta be learning something. You
Yeah, that's
gotta,
fine.
you gotta
Yeah,
be
that's fine.
show. It's gotta show a little bit on your.
But those things already exist through mandatory
you
minimum GPAs.
But you guys keep saying it's a free ride. It's a free ride. If
Well,
it's
no,
not
no.
free ride, they're not getting good GPAs. They're just there as furniture.
And I mean, like the school sets the minimum GPA. If you only need a 2.0 to be able to play sports, then okay, nigga, damn, okay, get the 2.0.
But you know, some of them ain't making no 2.0.
They're making it happen for the people that are making a 2.0. And,
and it's
let's
not-
not act like your grades in college actually matter.
Facts.
Nah, C's get degrees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
C is good enough for me. You right?
And with the full ride, like, is it a free ride? I mean, if you get like,
You're beating your body up, dog.
I mean, yeah, especially
That
if
is
you're a
true, too.
football player and you're
Good point.
You're getting all of that, that wear and tear on your body and your brain and stuff.
Before you even get into the pro league.
You know
Yeah.
how much
That's
money
if you get in
you're
the pro
making
league,
for the
sorry.
school? Okay, give me my,
You're due.
I don't
bro.
know, my, how much? Fucking 120,000 degree. Like, you know how much money they're making? Like, they're paying coaches millions of dollars. So, like, that has to be
And
bringing in, like,
meanwhile, it's not like
buku money.
you being there is really an incurred cost for the school. And that's the hustle, right? Giving people store credit is not actually giving people money. And that's all the store is doing. That's all the school is doing, giving you store credit. If I'm mad at Verizon, I don't want you to discount my bill. Nigga, I want a refund. Right? Because you make so much money off of the thing you sell me all the time by you giving me store credit, by you giving me the scholarship. You're not expending anything specifically.
Yeah.
There are, let's call it 1,000 kids that play sports at any point in time, at a school. And that's real generous. That's all of the sports, like table tennis and lawn darts and shit. and they're not all getting full ride scholarships. But even if they were, that shit would not equal what they pay some of these coaches.
Okay.
So are you saying like we should basically have it like it's almost a business like it is with NFL and everything
So
else?
I really do think that like we sort of straight like I mean
Oh, yeah.
we're not even well it's a business but like we're not even talking about that. We're talking about just letting them
Live lives.
letting them exist not under constant surveillance.
Bro, they're
And-
not property.
And they're not even getting paid. So like why can't we even allow even that basic
Freedom.
regular life? Like we're making all this money off of you and we're gonna know exactly where you are in order to further control you to the point that I mean people are athletes, they don't even have time to like really go to school and shit. Like they're fucking
They're doing all the
it's
shit
like
they're supposed to do.
slavery, bro.
It really is, dog.
And
How many
shouldn't
athletes
just
do you
add that.
know? How many athletes do we know in Tallahassee that were hungry as shit because you
Facts.
leave practice, couldn't
Facts.
get a job, but also couldn't get to the cafeteria because you were at practice all day and then doing your homework. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many times like we'd have friends that play sports that would call us and be like, "Yo, you got like $10 so a nigga can eat."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know?
crazy, man.
And it's like, why track them? Why not provide?
Incentivize them somehow.
incentivize them to do it on their own. Make the conditions such that they'll want to show up to wherever they need to be instead of being like, oh, we got GPS on you at all times, or we
I'm definitely
Bluetooth
getting rid of
tracking
my
you at
phone.
all times. Like,
yeah, but I mean, like, I guess getting the degree at the end of the day, shouldn't that be incentive? Like a good incentive?
No, because you still get full ride scholarships to people who have like 3.5s, 3.0s, and 4.0s.
Well, not
You know
all
what
these
I'm
people
saying?
are going to go to the NFL, so you're
That's what
going to
I'm
have
saying.
to be ready.
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna
what I'm
have-
saying.
Yeah, that's what he's saying a little
Yeah,
bit.
but the fact that you can get a degree, what happens here when you take that argument is you're discounting the fact that you're doing a job by playing sports. I'm trading my ability to play sports for the ability to go to this school, and you're taking advantage of that.
Well, definitely
right?
don't disagree with that. But like,
So-
what are you gonna do? Like, if you do have that accident, like you tear something, you're gonna have to go on a job. You're gonna
Yeah,
have to do
Yeah,
it
but if
9
you
to
tear
5.
something, they're gonna take away your full ride anyway.
So just because you're
If you-
getting a full ride, that gives them license to track you.
surveil
I don't.
you
I
at
don't.
all
I don't.
times?
Well, no, no,
No, no,
I
I'm
think
not
we're
They
talking
didn't
about different
surveil me
stuff.
all the time.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
They
he's
shouldn't
not
track
saying
that.
that.
No.
You're talking about the payment bit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'll put it. I mean, like,
No, give him the bag.
give him the bag.
We
bro.
trying
You know
to get the
how much money
bag,
that is?
So wait, hang on.
We don't want to get them the bag.
So
We
wait,
just
so,
wanna
so
keep
what
the
we're
bag
just
for
gonna,
ourselves.
so what we're just gonna treat it like this is the junior NFL. Fucking
Yes.
everyone
Yes,
everyone
that's
gets a
what they
contract.
already
I'm not saying you have to. Give
And you're
these
saying if
kids
shit
cash.
happens, sorry, you gotta go home.
Yeah, sorry, you're
But that's what
fucked.
happens
That's it.
now. That's exactly what happens now.
Well, that's
you
unfair
tear
if it
your
does.
ACL and like kill your career, you lose your full ride scholarship, and you get sent home, bro. You don't even get to finish the degree. The
That's fucked
least
up.
you could do is let a nigga keep going to school.
Yeah.
No, it's not what happens.
That would
You know
be
what I'm
great.
saying? And fucking like, I'm not saying you got to give these kids cash, like a 2-week paycheck, but like maybe a trust fund or, some sort of something, maybe a savings bond that's good. And so you get out of school or, maybe something that says if you meet these requirements, we'll give you this much money in this much time. But like something that sets these people up for a better life than I have a degree. Because what happens when you have a degree from, like, let's say you go to Duke and play ball.
Yeah.
Right.
You graduated Duke with a business degree, but so did everyone else that went to Duke and got a business degree.
Yeah.
Facts.
And actually had time to be in class and learn the business.
And then go on internships and all that fun shit. So like, what are you doing now? Are you really benefiting? Not specifically. You know, you don't have student loan debt, but so would a lot of these other kids who have 3.0s, 4.0s, got the NCAA, got the NAACP scholarship and shit. You know what I'm saying, or whatever have you. You know, like bright futures, that kind of thing.
I think so. I certainly know of a couple college athletes that we can bring on the pod, you know, and talk about this because I think they got some pretty strong opinions on.
Hey, I can't speak for them, so I think
how
that's a great idea.
like
Sam.
the compensation structure and like how much they feel like they're being taken advantage of and how hungry that they are.
Because you remember,
you know,
I think it was a dude who played for Orlando. I can't remember, but there was like a 20 for 20 on him. Or 30 for 30. What is it? I forget.
One of those.
30 for 30. There we go. About he was like the first person to demand money for them using his likeness in the NAACP basketball games. And EA laughed at his ass. Didn't pay him. He didn't get a dime.
Well, yeah,
for that
because
shit.
EA is a bunch of, you know what?
Oh, yeah, ain't shit for
You
real.
know what?
EA don't give a
Nah, I just.
Yeah, give us the bag, but also give us the address.
I don't
Come
want
over there and
to.
whip your ass.
I don't want to burn that bridge,
Kicking
but I
your CEO
mean,
square in the dick.
I don't know. EA's track record is not exactly
Just
the
want to remind
greatest. I
y'all,
will say that.
this is y'all show. Yeah. I got nothing but love for y'all.
Views
over
and stops by
At the
Four Nerds,
controversy,
One
we love
Podcast.
EA Sports.
That's the Wizard Kellyist. All started with an orange basketball.
That's a wizard cat.
Oh, man. All right, y'all, let's be real.
Let me hide my head.
It's oh man, we gonna frame all the Ian shots from the shoulders down, Wizard Kelly style. We'll mosaic him out. It'll be great. Nah, man, it's been real. Thank you so
Hey
much for
man,
coming
thank
through,
you
man.
for having me
yeah,
on,
this
man.
was
It's
fun.
been a
Yeah,
ball.
brother, we appreciate
You
you coming
guys
through.
are amazing. You guys are welcome on my show.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, we was
for
coming
sure.
even if you weren't welcome. I know you
Oh,
did.
for sure.
Hush the controversy.
Get your girlfriend to let us in while you're already filming something else, bro.
Rob, take my robe off. What are you doing?
Oh my god, dude.
No, this is a good time. And Four Nerds, One Podcast, longest pod ever.
Oh yeah, man, this is out here.
But
It's definitely up there.
Time flies when you're having
It was
fun.
it was worth it though. I'd
was.
say
We covered a
we
lot.
definitely need to put in the time, put in the work.
laughs.
Yeah.
Real talk.
All right, man. Well, thank you, guys. It's been real. It's been fun, man. You know this goes live every Wednesday. Sometimes we're a little
Sometimes.
proactive, and
We're
it
gonna
goes
get back
live
on
on
that.
Tuesday. But you know what? We do our best. Look for it on Wednesday. They'll definitely be live on Wednesdays. We'll be tagging our homeboy Ian from Controversy in everything. Please go show my dog some love.
Yes.
The channel Swag. Your boy Izzy Takamoto is actually on an episode.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
hey, crosstalk.
We talk about T.I.'s daughter's vagina. That's a good episode. Don't shoot me, Tip.
You shoot me, shoot to kill, son. Nah, man. But it was real, man. It's been fun, and we really appreciate it, dog. So we are Four Nerds,
One podcast.
and we out. Thanks for listening.